This week on Trick or Treat Radio Theater.
Hey, Scoob! What do you say we go to the Nostradamus?
Sure, Shags. Is that cave over there that looks like a vagina?
Yeah, Scoob. Hey, that cave over there looks like a vagina.
Smells a little fishy to me, Scoob.
I'll still eat it, though. Hey, Scoob, you want some Scooby snacks to go with that?
That'd be delicious, Shags.
Oh, man.
H.R. Geiger's dead. Casey Kasem's missing. And this is how you get your current events at Welcome to Trick or Treat Radio. I don't even have my headset on.
Put that shit on.
Welcome all you little zombies. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio, starring the Deadites.
Welcome to episode 94 of Trick or Treat Radio.
Hate it.
Hey, what?
Hate that intro.
Why?
I don't know. It sounds like you're having a fit.
I have to deal with you every week. Should I do it again?
Yeah, just say, welcome to Trick or Treat Radio like a fucking human.
Welcome to Trick or Treat Radio like a fucking human.
There
See?
you go.
Good.
That's
Perfect.
much better. Much better.
Human.
Like a fucking human.
You whippersnapper.
You scallywag.
Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture, navigated by the Deadites. The Deadites are the world's greatest electroshock band. We destroy monsters, we drink booze, we win championship belts, and we also review Ty West films.
Sounds familiar, don't it?
Is this the... No, this is only the second Ty West film we've reviewed, but we've reviewed films that he's been featured in.
Yeah,
Wait,
we did
didn't
both
we-
VHSs, right?
Yeah, wait,
Yep.
didn't we do Cabin Fever 2?
Cabin Fever
Cabin
2.
Fever
Oh, we did. You're
The
right. I'm
Innkeepers.
sorry. He did
the
that.
Innkeepers.
The Innkeepers?
The Innkeepers.
You Popeye?
The Innkeepers.
Aims to please, aims to please.
Okay, so this is the third film directed solely by him, and we've done VHS and ABC's of Death 1.
Oh,
which-
yeah.
So 5 films that feature Ty
And he was
West.
in VHS 1. We did VHS 1 too, right?
That's a VHS 1.
Is it 5 plus this one?
No, this is the 5th.
This will be the 5th.
Is 5 good or bad?
What's-
Ravenshadow?
He was in your next, which we covered.
Yeah, he was.
He was in my
Does that,
next?
does that count?
We're just talking about directing.
Yeah. Oh, so you just want to categorize it any way
He's
that
a-
pleases you.
He's the first member of the 5 Club, I think. Huh?
Oh, 5 to the sky.
You know? I mean, it's just like Saturday Night Live where they have the 5 Club.
Five knuckle shuffle.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of that, if I was John Cena, I'd be five knuckle shuffling all day long.
Ooh.
Anybody seen his wife?
One of the Bellas, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Doesn't that means masturbating?
Right.
Yeah.
So why would you be masturbating all day long?
Yeah. If you got a wife that looks like that, why would you be jerking off?
Because women
She
don't
could
really
do
have
that
sex
for
with
you.
him all the time.
She'd be just like making dinner and be like, oh my God. Oh my God.
That's how I am now.
Just, jerking at, just staring at her, jerking off in the living room. It's good. That's a good relationship. Really good. Real healthy.
John Cena.
That's
did-
the foundation of a solid relationship right
Truly,
there.
yeah.
While she's at the stove with a pan in one hand and your dick
Listen.
in the other.
Listen, you could tell a girl she's pretty and she's nice, but if you fucking like pull it out while she's just doing mundane shit and stop burning one out, then she knows that you want her.
Yeah, in some cultures, that's considered a compliment.
Right.
Yeah, and that's not creepy whatsoever.
No, it's like burping.
No.
No, it's not creepy. It's creepy. When,
Oh, baby, use that coconut oil the way I like it.
it's creepy when I do it to other people's wives.
Yeah, that's wrong. Hey, listen, stop. You can't come over anymore.
You know your problem. You know your problem there, Wolfenstein, is Steinstein, whatever. You're too wholesome. Knock that shit off.
No, shut up. All right, maybe I should. Maybe you should get set up with Diet Coach. Maybe you can give me a couple lessons.
It's true.
No, he needs all the help he can get. You better look somewhere else, dude.
If Johnny went to Vegas, he'd go to the Green Lantern.
Oh, I'd have to. I'd have principal,
the
right?
brothel, yeah.
Yeah. You know, bring my Green Lantern shirt.
Yeah,
and
you
get my
could probably get like a
get my
fucking
stuff
discount.
signed. Maybe
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I
Yeah.
went to Twin Peaks.
Oh, nice. Nice. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Boom, boom.
I am the arm.
Dum, boom.
Ravenshadow, what are you drinking?
Lots. All of it.
No, what do you? Black and Tan again?
Why don't you read it to me,
you
Monster Zero?
you love the Black and Tan.
Black and
Ling-ling.
Tan. Narek.
Ling Ling.
Oh, the Yuengling Black and Tan.
Yingling! That's the panda.
What's so good about it? It's cheap, right?
It's cost effective.
Well, Panda's a black and white.
It's recession proof. And it's available.
Why don't you try something else?
What do you got? Like, what's in the back?
How much is? What do you get? Like a sixer? You get a case? What do
No,
you get?
I get a half rack.
What's a half rack?
That's
Like,
12.
that's ribs, right?
No. It's 12.
Okay.
And this is like $11.99, which is nice.
For a 12 rack?
For 12, yeah.
For a rack?
For 12 rack. And then I get a pack of Winston Lights box.
Jesus
And
Christ.
2 nips of Jim Beam Black.
How the hell are you still alive?
It's exceeded most folks' expectations. But no, for like 21 and some coin, 21.11.
21.11.
21.11. I get a half rack of Yuengling.
It's too bad it's not 21.12, right, Dynamo?
Oh shit. Was that the movie with John Cusack?
No.
Yes,
No.
it is.
It's a Rush album.
Great.
Yeah.
Fly by night.
Who's next?
So Ling Ling, gotcha.
Yuengling.
Drinking.
John Cusack.
All right, let me go ahead and introduce everyone. We'll go around the table here.
Yeah.
I am Johnny Wolfenstein, the pencil pusher and producer of media for Trick or Treat Radio and the Deadites. We also have the immortal gunslinger, singer, lyricist, and guy that likes to touch himself when he hears Oracle sing Dynamo Mars.
You know what? Anybody would have done that, what I did.
He brings up a good point.
Anybody would have done what I did. If the other 2 guys in the room said they weren't at least thinking of it, they were lying.
I'm going to think about
Hey,
it when I get home.
I had a phone conversation about like business stuff with Miss M today. I yanked on it the whole time.
Oh, my God. Did you tell her?
Yeah, well, the cabbie knew.
Oh,
Those
fuck.
damn rear view mirrors always get him in trouble every time.
No, the,
Well,
damn,
that's, you call them rearview mirrors. I call them targets.
the damn coconut oil gets you every time.
It's like the back of that cab smells like a tropical adventure.
Oh, man.
Yeah. God.
We also have the katana-wielding, synth-collecting, mask-wearing composer and songwriter for the Deadites, Tiny White.
That's me. Hi.
Ty West.
Mr. Charisma, they call me.
You have enough charisma
Yeah.
for...
I did. I rolled an 18 in Charisma once.
Yeah.
You're the guy who D. Malenko was like, I don't know, man. I don't think you got what it takes to make it in this business.
You should have like a cardboard cutout of yourself made.
How would he know the difference?
Exactly. And
There
you
you
know,
go.
Tiny could go off doing something else, and the cardboard cutout could be talking on the phone with us.
You don't have to you don't have to have any personality. You're a very good dancer.
Not bad. Yeah, not bad.
The tiny dancer.
And you have
Tiny dancer, dances for money.
Better than that Blue Demon guy.
Ooh.
I don't know about that.
Mm.
Better than the Mars.
I think that Tiny would beat the Mars, but Tiny turned down the challenge. So.
That's true.
There's a controversial ending to the last dance-off, that's for sure.
It's true.
So we,
Right.
I don't think I want to introduce the other 2 guys. We'll just skip them.
Hey,
What?
what?
And the other ones.
And the other ones.
On
The other
today's
ones.
show,
Hey, who's next, Johnny?
And the rest.
The others.
What? Nicole
All right,
Kidman?
fine, yeah.
Skipper and
We're gonna have a spoiler.
Marianne.
What?
We're going to have a spoiler episode this week.
They're gonna, fucking, what's the movie? Oh, shit.
All right, well, we have the chains.
E.T. gets home.
The chain-smoking, hand-kissing, baby-shaking, hot pocket loving, comic book reading nerd, and the official smoke machine for the Deadites, Michael Ravenshadow.
That's right, Johnny. And let me tell you something. I don't need a big, strong man to take me to a higher ground, but you'll do.
What the fuck? What is wrong with you? How many linglings have you had?
So many
man.
things.
I was on
So
mute.
many lings.
You couldn't hear my guffaw.
Jesus.
What? I'm just talking to you, man.
All right, we also have the vulgar guru of horror, the member. He is the member of Morbid Vision Films, and one-time contributor for Horror Hound magazine, Monster fucking Zero.
God damn it, it's good to be here today, man. I'm ready to jump into this shit tonight. And I'm just drinking raspberry tea. I'm not drinking no Linglings. I'm not smoking Winstons. I'm not drinking bottled water.
No
I'm not
grape
eating fruit.
No 2-liter grape soda.
No 2-liter
Is
grape
Morbid
soda.
Vision more of a faction than a gang? And in the chat room, the world's most beautiful book sorter. She reads. She writes. She's got cleavage that goes on forever.
Stripper.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, that's not a compliment.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the sexy librarian.
You can't say cleavage that goes on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
That's like somebody's grandmother.
No.
Yeah, that's like when
No.
gravity doesn't
No,
agree
we're
with
talking
you.
like islands in the stream.
Tiny,
Yeah,
you
no,
have
you
bad
can say, like-
imagination.
Yeah, no, that's not right. That's not right.
You want to see
Cleavage
cleavage
that
that
goes
goes on forever? Take a look at this.
No, I'm not gonna. Anytime.
Whoa.
Nope. I don't know what you're gonna show. I'm not gonna.
Oh man, no. God.
She said, SodaStream? What happened
No,
to SodaStream?
no. The canister of carbonation has run dry.
Oh man,
So how
they
much
should have
does it
thought of
cost?
that when they should have thought of that when they invented that product.
Yeah, it should be a never-ending stream
It's a
of
huge,
carbonation.
huge miss, man. That should be refillable.
It is refillable. It is refillable. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Too bad it doesn't
was a-
run on hot air. You'd be able to power it all yourself.
Got that right. God damn it.
Man.
No.
Yeah,
ran out about 3 months ago.
Yeah, not many people would have the foresight to buy the one product that you need to keep the things the same.
Yeah.
Remind me to.
So you spend all that money for the fucking SodaStream, and that's how they get you, right?
Yeah.
No.
Because you're not
Not
using
really.
it anymore.
That's not entirely true. Just replace what you said with me for my parents. Then you got the idea.
What's worse?
On vacation.
Whoa. What's this? You never explained. What's this vacation thing?
What?
The episode last week that nobody's going to fucking listen to because it was horrible.
Hey.
What are you talking about?
I mean, under the covers of influence.
The covers of influence, okay.
I'm
Yeah,
under the
that makes
covers of
sense.
influence.
It gets
you know, me and my at the time a special lady friend.
At the time?
You know, well, yeah, before officiality started, and you know, all the usual things are going on. Johnny, you've been around the manor back in the day, so all the usual products, and then you add something like, I don't know, it rhymes with Vicodin. Copious amounts of something that rhymes with,
Vicodin.
yeah, Vicodin, yeah, it rhymes with that too. I think
My den where I keep all my stuff.
yeah, I mean we rented the den,
Right.
but and it just it takes a little, you got to work for it a little bit,
Okay.
so you got to try different things.
I still have no clue what the fuck you're talking about.
Johnny, you want to go on vacation?
Whoa.
Probably not. Come on. No.
Why don't we do trick or treat radio? Let's go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, hang out with DRA? Death
Yeah,
Rattle
all
Iron?
day.
You're talking to somebody who's taken so many Vicodin that they gave him stock. Like,
What do you mean?
Still,
So
I
you
know.
know?
They named him
No.
after
Yeah.
yeah.
They renamed him after
Like
him.
it in Mars.
Fucking in Mars.
Yeah, but where does my dick hurt? Like, that's the part I don't
Show
understand.
me on Grifter. I don't
Point it out.
That's the part. No, I
Show me what.
yeah. When does this hurt?
Oh.
Because from taking what pills? Those aren't Vicodin. If your penis hurts,
Yeah.
bad.
No, because there was the
As a rule, Vicodin usually makes the hurt go away.
no the bed frame.
What?
What the hell?
Let's
are
go
you
to commercial.
talking
Let's go to
about?
commercial.
This really happened. You can tell that this really happened,
No,
right?
wait, one time it happened.
So SL in the chat room says you took a shit ton of Vicodin and broke your dick.
One time. I mean,
And she says, and
Sometimes all it takes is one time.
FYI, I know a guy who actually broke his dick.
Wow. How the hell did that happen?
I can tell you right now how that happened.
It was Dynamo Mars. Birking it.
It's back when I was in the Wu-Tang Clan. I tried to kill myself and jump down a second-story window.
He was effing his wife a bit too hard, she said.
Yeah.
So is it
wait, which one?
the other one?
The other one.
I took Vicodin F Ravenshadow's wife too
Ooh,
hard.
what stitches running up one side? Was there like a piercing involved?
Oh my god.
God, man. Can we talk about something else?
So those cool Batman photos were cool that were posted today.
Johnny Frankenstein.
Did his penis rip open like an overboiled hot dog?
Stop it! You're a bad man.
Like a fillet or something.
You're a bad man. That would not happen to the cerebral sex machine, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think that shit through.
Yeah.
You got to think that shit through.
Don't public service announcement. You got to come up with a perfect public service announcement about not breaking your dick.
Yeah, don't do that. If you really can avoid it.
I have an
It's a
announcement.
matter of time, Tiny.
Oh God, that sentence that she just wrote.
No, don't read it.
You read it, Tony.
Yeah,
No.
this is how you know that this is how you know you broke your dick. A popping or cracking,
Oh.
significant pain, immediate flaccidity, and skin hematoma of various sizes are commonly associated with the event.
All right, that didn't happen.
Yeah,
It
I
just,
Skin hematoma is like blood blister.
I only know what.
What's
I only
next,
know what
Johnny?
20% of those words mean. It's awful.
No.
Zero's head.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Mars, you see this?
Yep. Did you see the one with Macaulay Culkin wearing the
Yes,
shirt of him
but-
wearing?
This is even more meta.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh shit,
that?
that's something new.
Ryan Gosling wearing a T-shirt of Macaulay Culkin wearing a T-shirt of Gosling wearing a T-shirt of Macaulay Culkin.
This is gonna go on like mirrors, man. It's gonna go on forever.
I gave him that shirt.
What else you give him?
And a kiss on the cheek.
No, he wouldn't stop there. I guarantee it.
it reminds.
I just
What? It remind you of what?
listen. I don't want to fuck Ryan
It
Gosling.
sounds like Doc.
He would break your dick.
I just want to have him lift me up like in Dirty Dancing, like in that movie, and sing to me.
Fucking kidding me?
Oh god.
Oh,
right.
you're gonna lose your soul tonight.
Nobody puts Dynamo in a corner.
All right. For those of you joining us live this evening, we actually are recording a night early, as you would know. For you people listening on Friday, it doesn't fucking matter. You get the podcast the same time. But we are recording on a Tuesday. You want to go ahead and tell the folks why, Dynamo?
Because me and TW are going on an outing to go see our buddy
A
Gys
date.
tomorrow.
A date is what you mean.
Or tomorrow is a date. It's, I believe, the 14th. Next day is the 15th. We'll be home by then. Today, on the 13th, we're recording the show because we're going out on the 14th. But don't worry, we'll be home by the 15th. All those are dates. But Tiny and I are heterosexual life mates, so we're not going on a date.
Where are you going, though?
To the Middle East.
Whoa.
Now, for Ravenshadow, that's a club, not where
Bim Sala Bim.
not where Greek people live.
Well done. Yeah, we're going to see our boy Gys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Play live.
Black Circuit for those not in the know.
Yep.
What, Ravenshadow? You going to say something? Wait, you keep biting your tongue.
Last time he didn't, he said that apartheid, that's bad, right?
That was ridiculous.
It is bad.
No, that's the day he double tapped apartheid.
No, I didn't. No,
That's true.
No.
By the
All right,
way,
single tap.
I have a confession. We'll pretend that everyone in the chat room and everyone in internet land says no. I just want to know about the people in the room. Did anyone read that interview I did that Fabio Frizzi posted?
No.
No.
Okay,
What
that's
one?
fine. No, just don't read it. I didn't say anything
No.
Whoa.
I didn't say anything offensive in that interview at all.
Johnny, bring it up.
No. I do have an important announcement to make.
Oh.
Should I wait? It's not important.
No, go ahead. Now's as good a time as any.
So, if 3 hours of Trick or Treat Radio, the Fib, a back catalog that includes such things as monster hunting tips and hours of our amazing CryptoCast, a Facebook page, all the media on the Deadites.com and its accompanying Instagram is not enough. The Deadites have now taken the first step of conquering Tumblr.
Tumblr sucks.
That does, but I mean, we got sexy girls and Brian Michael Bendis pictures. We can hang. But yeah, you can look us up on Tumblr at Trick or Treat Deadites. Lots of old school pictures and stuff there, and miscellaneous links to all things fun and cool.
Yeah.
So,
just go to tumblr.com right on the front page.
Well,
What's next, Johnny?
I'm looking this up. I want to see if this is legit here. Trick or Treat Deadites.
Oh shit.
Tumblr. I don't see anything. What is it? Tumblr.com/Trick or Treat Deadites.
Is it WW?
TO. It's TOT Deadites is the URL.
Oh well, that's different.
But if I'm assuming you're gonna go on Tumblr first and look up Trick or Treat Deadites.
Oh.
There's nothing
There's nothing here. Is it
Hashtag.
totdeadites.tumblr.com?
You have my phone over there, so I can't tell you nothing. Why
Oh,
don't you
here we
just-
go.
Oh, there it is.
That's not how it looks at my house.
Who created this?
The media people,
It wasn't me.
the good media people,
media
the nice media people.
Oh,
It
I see you
exists,
pimping.
yeah.
It was you. It was you because you're pimping your own stuff.
But you'll get the Trick or Treat Radio comic of the week, and
Mm-hmm.
So now we have another place for people to go and forget about.
That we can confuse people with. Yep. Perfect.
All right, well there you go, Tumblr folks. It's the new this is the new hotness.
it's the new shit.
totdeadites.tumblr.com.
Tot Deadites.
Tot Deadites. Who came up with that?
These are the Deadite kids.
Deadite
babies. They'll do the thing.
I feel like we had the same revelation for some reason around episode 7. You're welcome. Thanks. I tried to do something nice.
This- what happened to our tout?
That was my tout.
Oh, your tout. Okay.
I tout stuff, just nobody's looking.
You tout it out loud?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not doing it loud
No,
enough.
screw you guys. I was going to be nice today during this review, now I'm not.
Oh shit.
Rocky is in the chat room. He
Oh.
asks, "What the hell? You guys forget what day of the week it is?
Yep.
Or am I too high and lost the day again?" It's a little A, a little
Yeah, it
B.
fucking happens. Is that Rocky?
Have you ever seen a
That's
more
rock.
ungrateful bunch of fucking idiots than the ones in this room?
Hey.
I'm glad that on the real version of it, you can't see Round Trip Jones. I hate that guy, and I hate you.
What about Monster Zero and I?
Huh? There's no actual. There were pictures of you guys on there, but I deleted them.
You're not actually.
We're
in the
not
band.
really in the band.
Well, no,
As we're constantly reminded
I'm
of
just-
every show.
I'm just not a very good designer, so I couldn't make it look good with the very nice established art by Myra. It was just you guys with like floating heads,
Hey.
Well, if you look at the Deadites,
with like I
main
noticed that
page, you'll see that I'm nothing but a floating head.
I noticed
in
that
picture.
I noticed that Monster Zeros had some of his background there too. I didn't crop out properly, so I said, they don't care about that.
Hey.
The Deadite baby.
It was part block and Oracle.
Babies. That could be money though. Seriously. Yeah, I mean,
make little
Little
childlike.
Don't bypass this, you son of a bitch. You mean Tumblr sucks? I hate you fucking guys.
Hey, I didn't say
I'm gonna
shit
get
about Tumblr.
I'm
I'm talking
gonna
about
get a
Deadite
million
babies.
fucking followers on Tumblr.
How's that working out? I mean, what's a Tumblr?
Yeah, but first of all, I like to do
it's
things.
Batman's fucking car.
Yeah, is that like the mugs, the cups?
Yeah.
Right. I like to do
$7.99?
things on the internet
No,
because it's like
that's a koozie.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I like to do things on the internet because it's like a room that Monster Zero and Michael Ravenshadow don't have a key to.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Can we come in?
No.
Ah, fuck.
What's the secret password?
Yeah.
I heard there's porn in there. Let us in.
I'll tell you, that's one fucking thing. Like, I followed a girl
Throw
I
the
know.
fucking rope.
I followed a girl I know on Tumblr, and I saw her naked in every way. Every way imaginable.
How? Now,
What?
where's Tumblr?
No,
Where's
talking about?
Tumblr?
you just go on a Tumblr and go.
Fuck.
You just
I'll
stalking
send you the
people.
password. No,
I
I'm
think I
not
made
stuck.
that.
They're
I think I
putting it
actually
out
made
there.
that connection. Is she an adult film star?
Ish. Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
Yep.
I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Whoa, that's a baby hole. Hold on.
No. That's the most unsexy fucking version of that. Ever.
I don't know if I saw it. I saw it. You can call it whatever you want. You could call that fucking shit Armageddon cancer machine, and I was still wouldn't slow me down.
This is fucking how it happens.
It wouldn't slow me down one bit.
Armageddon.
I'm gonna go up on Tumblr and look up some vaginas.
Yo, would you get to third base? Oh, son, I fucking saw her Armageddon cancer make a kid.
Fuck you guys.
Nice.
I'm gonna rule Tumblr with an iron fist. Right now, it's just me, fucking CDR, and El Goro, but pretty soon.
And every 15-year-old girl in the fucking world.
Yeah.
So you don't want 15-year-old girl money?
Money?
Yeah, they
Full
buy
disclosure,
things.
no.
They buy stuff.
That's true. I have heard that they buy stuff.
Right. I don't know if you realize this, but I put out a critically acclaimed record. You produced. Tiny wrote all the songs. These guys got some sort of fucking credit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And nobody bought it. We got to find different ways to make people try to buy things.
May 31st, Lucky Dog Music Hall. Coming to the main stage.
The main stage.
The only stage.
The
Lucky
last
Dog.
stage.
The last stage.
It'll all be going on.
The Deadites.
Go to the light. Caroline.
Dead
Fuck
lights.
you guys. I can't wait for this review now.
Trick.
I'd spent 48 hours calming my fucking angry ass down, and now you're all done. All done.
SL wants to know if we're going to read slash fiction between sets.
No.
Shit.
Oh, maybe.
Ooh, that's a pretty damn good idea.
She should fucking write some.
Yeah. Last time I told fucking Bobbery and Ravenshadow to be quick in between sets, they fucking brought props. They had graphs, at one point they did like a presentation.
There was one action item list.
They talked about like greenhouse effect, like
What?
I think they talked from the October show to the April show.
What's next, Johnny?
The
I don't even know
Deadites
what the fuck
lineup
is going
changed
on.
3 times by the time we got introduced.
All right. Well, tonight we are going to talk about
You're welcome.
the new. Thank you, Dynamo.
No, fuck you guys. I was really excited. I was really fucking excited, you ungrateful fuckers. I hope nobody around here wants anything they have going on promoted, because I'm the only one at this table with any fucking friends. You fucking troglodytes, shut-ins.
Ty West is our friend.
He hates you. And he'll soon hate me.
So go check out Tumblr, folks. Totdeadites.com.
Dicks.
It's hot.
At least make it tit deadites or something.
Tater tot Deadites.
Jesus Christ.
Tit Deadites.
You wouldn't
Tot
even make
Deadites.
it into Tater Tot Deadites.
The Deadites babies.
He's right. You would not.
Hey, Tiny.
We'd be milling around and it'd just be your ugly fucking socks.
Hey, Tiny, do you think you guys can do a rendition of the Muppet Babies version of Deadite Babies?
I think we could, but I don't see that happening.
Listen, I'm going to go back in time on
This is-
Zero
this
and
is
come on
actually
your
kind of
mother's face so
interesting.
you won't be
This-
born.
This Tumblr page,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually on it now. I did it. I searched from the main page, and it was kind of garbage. But the actual Tumblr page is not terrible.
Kind of garbage.
I don't know what what's
It's
the
not
difference?
terrible. It's kind of a good way to consolidate some of this stuff.
It doesn't look like it looks different on Wolfie's though than it does on my Mac. It's
You know,
weird.
looking at it, it really doesn't suck all that much.
Like I have on the Mac, I have like a big like banner screen, almost like Facebook.
Yeah.
It's not here. It's just like a little header, like a little bad, ugly, like blog site header.
Rocky asks, Tot Deadite sounds like a general infection. Well, he doesn't ask. He says. Yeah. And then SL says she's got a case of the Tot Deadites.
SL makes my pants taut. Why does it look different on this computer?
I don't know. What browser are you using?
Browser.
Firefox.
Let me try another browser.
Browser.
That's just like the template one.
Sergeant Browser.
So Tiny on yours,
Mouse.
right? Tiny on yours, right? It's got the picture with all of us on it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then in the
yeah.
middle,
No, it doesn't.
Here, let me share it. Let me screen share. Tiny, does it look like that?
Hold on. Yeah, it looks just like that.
that's weird. That's not how it looks on
Browser,
mine.
browser.
I wonder if they did some weird update and didn't tell anybody. Or I was somewhere else. Yeah, so on
You
mine...
didn't get that memo from Tumblr?
So mine, when you go home, you have the nice... it's set up just like whatever that banner is, except you see where the right next to the Google Hangouts banner, except where the Deadites advertisement is there for the album. It's the picture that Myra did, the 8x10.
Mm-hmm. Great. Somewhere in the world, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. This is a good picture of
Yeah,
Oracle
no,
there.
it's fine. I mean, it's informative anyway.
There's a good picture of Oracle there before
Yeah.
she was sexy the other day.
Before she was
Before she was sexy.
Whoa, hey.
This is a bad website.
Just like 1 second later, you guys missed it. You missed it. This was right before. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no,
2
no,
weeks
that's
ago. Look at that photo set. Oh, it is. It does have them on it.
Good looking guys.
Is there a blurb there about what it says, or is it just pictures?
We are live on Trick or Treat Radio. We talk about movies. Someone just called Ravenshadow a dummy.
Wait, just now?
I
or
called you
before?
a dummy.
Hey! You're not using that site correctly.
What if you click that little square up
You
in
want
the
to press
corner
the
there?
like button.
No, that's not it. This is weird.
This is a weird site.
Look at this fucking guy's just laughing. What are you even laughing at? You don't even know.
I don't even know anymore.
You fucking sound like Ombre when he's looking at the donkey. Like, what is the matter with you?
Browser.
Oh,
All right, let's get.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to commercial. I'm gonna fucking promote. I'm gonna promote things opposite whatever you guys have going on Tumblr. Hey, Outside the Cinema was filming a little while ago. Why don't you go listen to that?
Tumble drill.
Fuck are you laughing at? There's not even nothing's funny
Who's
anymore.
next? Let's go to break.
It's just the way it hits me, man. I can't help it.
It's just the way I'm gonna hit you.
We have some promos with some girls at Yetis or something.
Oh, we haven't heard the Yeti in a while. You want to hear the Yeti?
Yeah, that guy's the fucking best.
All right, let's hear the Yeti.
And I already masturbated to Miss M's voice once today.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you masturbated to the Yeti.
I need a refrain. I got photobombed by the Yeti. Anybody see that picture on
Yes.
It's fucking good. I went and hung out with him.
All right. So I think we do need to cut to a break.
Yeah, I think we fucking do, so I can talk to you guys in private.
So
Cock smokers. Tumblr sucks because I didn't do it. Fucking jerk. Facebook's fucking awesome. Fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
No, you did a really good job on that site, Dan.
Since our promotionals fucking person doesn't even know how to fucking log on.
it's true.
www.inept.com.
It's not a
Fuckers.
problem at all.
Yeah.
I got plenty of noodles over there.
Hey, you got a movie coming out?
Still working on it.
I'm not advertising it on Tumblr.
Son of a bitch.
That way.
All right, way to go, way to go!
That way, El Goro, CDR, the gay artist I followed, the naked girl, they won't know anything about it. And Brian Michael Bendis, who does not follow me back.
All right. Well, we're not going to do the whole skit with Ravenshadow pulling up to the guy, listening to the with the hair flowing and the sweat. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. No. Instead, I'm going to play the Trick or Treat Radio promo, so I don't have to talk about it.
Yes, that'd be best.
But we have to talk about the fib because we haven't talked about that in a
Oh,
while.
fuck the fib. The fib's a bunch of dicks.
The fib's
Oh,
a bunch.
what the fib ever do to you?
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, it's not like
Even
it's
it's-
not
It's
your
not
idea.
Tumblr. That's what.
Even its name says lie. Fib. I hate it.
Fib Newtons.
I got all
So-
you fucking assholes thinking that Blade Runner was part of the alien universe.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about?
I don't know. I'm fucking smarter than everybody else. I figure stuff out with things.
No, I didn't know that. No, I didn't believe that.
No, it's true. Watch the movies that you watch.
Watch the movies that you watch. Yeah, he doesn't watch movies.
Yeah, you saw it, but you didn't watch it.
I was
that's
watching
you.
the end of the Sacrament when I showed up, and he was like, "Oh, I don't remember that." No, I'm just kidding. That didn't happen, but it probably would have.
No, you guys are pretty clever on some other stuff.
Nobody in the fucking Sacrament got hit by fish. That's for sure.
No underwater horses. All right, Ravenshadow. 3 things in life.
Death, taxes, trick or treat radio.
What?
Every Friday.
Every Friday morning.
Yeah, it's-
And every Wednesday except tonight when
we
it's
have to put
Tuesday.
it
We
on.
got one fucking part of the show.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put it on Tumblr so you don't fucking forget it.
Death,
You won't even
taxes,
find
and
it.
trick or treat radio every Friday morning.
All right, so you listen to that episode. 3 hours,
Yep.
3 hours
It's
with some
fucking awesome on
change.
Bing.
And you're done. You finish. You have a whole week to go before you listen to the next podcast. What do you do?
Listen to it again
Well, okay,
because there's things you missed. You didn't
That's
perceive
true.
it correctly.
it's true. But
You were too busy laughing.
aside from Tumblr,
Okay.
where can you go to just chat with people about?
I'm glad you asked. Good,
Okay.
good question, Johnny. I would
Thank you.
join the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group or the FIB, which stands for Fan Interaction Board.
That's right. You go to facebook.com and you just do a search for Trick or Treat Radio. And if you're not already in the group, go ahead and invite yourself. We'll let you in.
But don't sell sunglasses.
Listen, everybody, if you're listening, I want you to fucking find us on Tumblr and leave us a note that says, fuck Johnny Wolfenstein. Fuck him in his hairy ass.
Ooh.
All right? That's what I want you to do, because when we have a fucking million, when people want to know what's going on in the world of comics and wrestling, and they don't go like, I want to go look at the internet. They go, I'm going to fuck on Trick or Treat Deadites on the Tumblr. Like, fuck you guys. This will be awesome.
It's taught Deadites.
What you suck.
All right.
It'd be cool if it was like TORTR Deadites. Right?
Let's go to a fucking break. Raven Show, your favorite part of the show.
Oh, fucking good.
All right, you ready?
Yeah,
You
you
ready
like
for this?
You all, if you pee on all of you when you sleep. Dicks.
All right, smoke if you got them.
All right, here's a break. We'll be right back to talk about the Sacrament.
Sacramento.
Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture, navigated by the Deadites. We are the world's greatest electroshock band, we destroy monsters, we drink booze, and we win championship belts. If you're not listening to Trick or Treat Radio, here's a taste of what you've been missing.
There's 3 guarantees in life. What are they?
Death, taxes, and Trick or Treat Radio every Friday morning.
This is one of the most convoluted movies I've ever seen in my life.
I'm fucking trying, man.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hey, hey!
Oh, yeah.
It's like you took a shit on a pile of shit.
But you shit on him for liking what he likes.
Yeah, well, it's my job.
This podcast is now banned in Germany.
It's me, Giovanni Lombardo Radici.
Shut up. I call bullshit. I demand someone to bring me the face of Lindsay Lohan.
If I had genitals, I would definitely bang her.
Oh, wait. Is she a great big fan person?
You just hit the jackpot.
This is a weird movie, huh?
It had action, it had suspense, it had great characters, it had great acting.
I'm going to strangle you with my jockey shorts.
I don't like mobster movies.
All right, well, here's my take. You're a sick fuck.
Thank you. Now shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Have you ever seen 2001?
The box, right? The box and the monkey.
Available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and trickortreatradio.com.
Arrivederci, douchebags. I'm Mike Allred. For the gidgiest listening experience, you got to check out Trick or Treat Radio.
I'm Ruby Burble.
What's up, y'all? It's me, the Yeti. Telling all the ladies that they couldn't be more fine and that we should knock those boots like Frankenstein. When I want to get my nerd on, I go to Facebook and I go to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. That's the place where I get to talk about all the hip new horror movies, all the cool comics,
What comics?
RPGs, video games, you name it, we're talking about shit on there. And you could not be any cooler if you were the coolest kid in school. Be the first kid on your block to swing their cock over at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search for Trick or Treat Radio, ask to join, and it's like Nerd Nirvana, baby, without the shotgun blast. This is the Yeti, signing out. See you at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group.
Follow us on Twitter at The Deadites, TheDeadites.com, and trickortreatradio.com.
Might help if I turn my mic up.
Help
Are we
Everyone
on?
else is.
There we are. Okay.
All right, I guess I'll turn you guys' mics on too.
Hey, can't do the show all by yourself.
Sometimes I'd like to. We're back from break. Ravenshadow, how was it?
Oh, fucking sweet.
It was a sweet break?
Yeah.
That's the nicest dump you ever took.
I've been
wrong verb.
I've been editing video again, and I realized yesterday that hearing my voice makes me feel like Michael Ravenshadow smells.
What does that mean?
Disgusted. Hey.
He smells disgusted.
The SL hates Tumblr, she says.
Yeah.
She's so
Whatever.
smart.
Yeah, she's smart. You don't even know what it is.
She's so fucking smart, dude.
What do you think? Her saying that she hates it is going to change my mind?
No. I think it's
yeah.
awesome.
Fuck her,
I
too.
think it would change
Fuck
your
you,
mind.
SL. Fuck you.
Fuck.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa.
Hey,
Not even in like a fucking.
Hey,
Not even in
hey.
a passionate broken dick vacation way.
Even I wouldn't go that far.
Whoa, whoa,
The
whoa.
views of Dynamo Mars does not reflect the
The
others
opinions of
The
Trick or Treat
opinions
Radio.
of everybody in Trick or Treat Radio.
Shut up.
except
going
for browser.
Do the fucking synopsis. I'm going first.
She said ass.
Yeah, I'm going to get ass, so there. It's the only way I'm going to forgive you. No, Armageddon
Jesus
can't a hole for
Christ.
me.
Jesus Christ.
This is a weird movie, huh?
That's a weird movie.
Very quickly before we get into this, what do you guys think of Rose McIver as Gwen in the CW's iZombie?
Wait, Rose MacGyver?
McIver. McIver.
Is that a mix between MacGyver and Rose McGowan?
Yeah, I don't like her.
It's a fucking movie.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Huh?
Who is she? I
Why
don't
not?
even know who she is.
I
She's
just,
really cute, actually.
I think I think what was hot about the other girl
yeah.
was that
She looks
she
a
was
little older.
No, she's
Oh,
a sexy
shit.
looking Mike Allred girl.
Mike Ledger's
Yeah,
in.
that's true. That's true.
This girl looks like Veronica Mars a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it, the showrunner and the people setting up are the Veronica Mars people. So,
Yeah.
I feel like they're just gonna do let's do a zombie Veronica Mars.
Maybe. Might happen. I think she's got like a weird comic-y look to her, to be quite honest.
I
Like,
think
she's
it's
got
cool
these
that you
big
have
eyes
to
and,
look to see the brain that she's eating. But
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got like a ditzy kind of no brain in the head sort of look to her.
Wait, Dynamo, are you related to Veronica Mars?
yes,
Oh, okay.
I mean, she's cute and all, but
Ledger's in the chat room, and he says, thanks for fucking my whole week up. My friggin' ADD can't take this shit.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
oh, that just makes it even better.
You're welcome, Ledger. All right.
it's the only thing that made the first
disposable
fucking.
diapers.
It's the only part that made this tolerable so far that Ledger wasn't there to give me a fucking hard time.
All right, let's jump into this film review. So we're going to talk about The Sacrament from 2013. It is rated R, 95 minutes. This horror thriller was directed by Ty West and written by Ty West. It stars Amy Seimetz, Joe Swanberg, Gene Jones, A.J. Bowen, Kentucker Audley, which is the fucking weirdest name.
Stupidest name.
Yeah. Kentucker.
Kentucky Derby.
Kentucker fucker.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And I'm not going to read the last sentence of the synopsis, but I'll read most of it.
Yeah.
A fashion photographer is traveling to meet his sister at Eden Parish. Once there, his friends begin to film interviews with the Eden Parish inhabitants, all of whom speak of the commune in glowing terms. Stop right there. I'm not going to... This film is I feel, better without knowing the punchline, and they don't really hide that.
Yeah,
It's not
great.
really a big leap of
Yeah,
intuition.
it's
though.
really it's really not at all. You
No,
haven't read a
but-
fucking newspaper before?
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
never.
I mean, this is right up our alley, so it's not like.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens.
If you watch it, or you can hear what happens by...
Yeah.
Maybe we should do false spoilers.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Spoilers.
That fucking when Godzilla showed up, that
I
was
would've-
fucking weird.
And that
wasn't
tornado,
Godzilla,
and
it
the
was
tornado
it
that
was
whipped
some sort of
that whipped
demon.
that whipped everybody up to Oz.
I couldn't believe they chose this as the way to unveil the new Batman costume. It was
Odd,
weird.
yeah. The Tumblr was odd.
Yeah.
That was a dumb Tumblr.
Gene Jones doesn't make a good Batman.
It's
though,
Dumbler.
Dumbler.
All right, Dynamo, let's hear the piss and vinegar.
So we've already put more work into any sort of like plot progression or anything that it seems like Ty West did when he sat down to write this. I'm a big Ty West fan. I would say other than the abortion one and the ABCs of Death, I've liked everything he's done. I've liked The Roost. I've liked what I saw of Rifleman, I think it was called, Gunman.
Rifleman?
And
it's called something else. Hold on.
Yeah,
let me get it.
it's like that though. I really liked his ABCs of Death segment.
Trigger Man.
Thank you. I liked.
You liked
ABCs of Death?
You liked
It was,
ABCs of Death?
The vacation one, right?
No, ABCs of Death was M's for Miscarriage. It was horrible.
No, ABCs of Death.
VHS.
VHS. It's
Okay.
VHS. It was but and
Cabin Fever 2.
I did really like Cabin Fever 2. I am in the minority, including him.
I liked it too. I thought it was good, fun.
And I think House of the Devil is perfect.
Yes,
I did too.
Absolutely.
And a small list of perfect films. Big Innkeepers fan, but like
No.
I've heard somebody, I think it was Johnny, say, does this come close to Cabin Fever? If this, House of the Devil, if this was a great film, I'd be hard pressed to imagine. For me, it would come close to House of the Devil. Kubrick, Tarantino, Carpenter. Like, I can only think of a few directors in a lifetime that have made more than one perfect film. And this certainly isn't going to be his perfect film. The acting is great in this, I guess. The setup is admirable. Gene Jones is tremendous. This might be his second best looking movie. On a technical level, there's nothing the matter with it. In a writing and planning level, I feel like there is a lot the matter with it. There are two ways that these cult movies could go, right? We can go the Wicker Man, where maybe it's a supernatural or more of an evil undertone and some embellishments of that. That kind of ranges from everything to Rosemary's Baby to the Phenomenal Kill List that we watched last year. And then there's the Jim Jones thing, where plucked from real life, and some other real life cult stuff like the Manson stuff. But, when you take one of these and kind of tear it from the headlines and add that to the way that Ty West kind of does things,
yeah,
it just doesn't fucking work for me. If Jaws was done in this style, it would be the story of a shark that kills somebody. They get in a boat, they find the shark, they kill the shark, they sail home. So if you know what's going to happen here by the very obvious tells and the very obvious parables to the actual let's call a spade a spade. They call this something different, but this is that fucking story. It's around where it is. It's around what happened. And if you're going to do that, especially under the pretense of it not being that story, of saying it's something different, putting it in more modern times, having a television crew, documentarians go and film it.
Yeah, have an outro saying like this happened,
right.
And it didn't.
Then you have the ability to change it up a little. But this movie was so adamant to be what it was with West's kind of stark, very unflinching eye of like putting horror, how horror would be in reality, in real life, in Earth Prime, if you will. This movie marched to its end so blindly that it didn't stop to really do anything along the way. It had to be shouldered to the fact that you cared about these characters who, in the history of successful found footage films, are usually people who are anonymous outside of this thing, at least originally. Unfortunately, this was A.J. Bowen and Swanberg, who were in some form in just about every other horror film that I saw over the last 2 years. Right? So that's gone out the fucking window. The best analogy to that is, though I enjoyed, for the most part, the Wreck remake. What the fuck's that called? Monza Zero? The Wreck remake.
With your lady friend in
Record,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
Right. But that was fucking Deb and Jay. I
Right.
look like Teddy Bruschi Hernandez. Like
not Outbreak. What the hell was
Quarantine.
the name of that?
Quarantine.
Quarantine,
Right.
that's it. Yeah.
So, right there, it just doesn't work. Like I understand that we know these are movies. We understand, but like.
Even though Ravenshadow was walking around at the end of that movie?
Yes, it was. It was almost this. I feel like I get it, and I understand that we're supposed to know that movies tie, and I'm a big fan. But I felt a certain level of disdain for me as a viewer that like Not only did you want me to believe that this was suspend my belief that it's a movie, suspend my belief that this is actual found footage, then you wanted me to suspend my belief again that wasn't chubby little A.J. Bowen and Joe Swanberg.
But let's be fair, it's not found footage, right?
Exactly.
They introduce it as
but they're supposed to be
Vice, which is a real
but
thing,
they're not.
right?
No.
It is.
Yeah, but A.J. Bowen's not on it.
Yeah,
No, I know.
Vice
but
is, yeah.
But he's saying that we're on-site reporters for Vice.com or Vice magazine, whatever.
So I might be able to swallow that if they said they were A.J. Bowen and Joe Swanberg going down to film this thing. You might even got a little.
What an actor is, though, right?
Right, but it's not. But the whole point of a found footage movie
But
is
it's not found footage. But
but it's a documentary. They put together this documentary.
Yeah.
So why didn't they just make it a fucking movie then?
Not a documentary. It's a news story, basically.
Yeah.
They're down there.
Okay.
What?
Captain Semantics. Like what I'm saying to you is, at the end of the day, we were supposed to believe that this were these fucking reporters and not A.J. Bowen and Swanberg.
But that's how acting works, right? I mean, that's the first piece of suspension of disbelief when you watch a movie. You know it's not real people making real...
Tiny. How do the best of these work? If fucking they made one of these with Robert Redford and fucking Quentin Tarantino driving around in their fucking adventures, right? And they were supposed to be two vacuum cleaner, and it was supposed to be a documentary about two vacuum cleaner salesmen. For one fucking minute, would you say that wasn't Robert Redford and Quentin Tarantino?
That sounds like a good fucking film.
Yeah, but that's how it goes, right? I don't disagree with you that this movie might have been more successful if they found competent...
It might have been more successful if some shit happened in its 90-minute running time.
But I mean, you're on thin ice saying that this movie doesn't work because you recognize the actors.
I think that's the first reason that it didn't work.
But that's crazy talk, right? I mean,
no, it's not crazy talk because it's a particular kind of genre that lives and dies by the fact that it's supposed to be a real thing. That was supposed to be a real documentary. The whole framing device is based on the fact that it's supposed to be a real documentary. Of course, it's a fucking movie.
But you could say that about any fucking found footage.
That's kind of what I'm
saying.
Right,
but you don't know who any of those actors are.
No, Dynamo's right. I mean, in order for a found footage, even though this isn't found footage, if a found footage movie to work, the actors in the film need to be unknown. That's how you make it work. If you got the slightest name actor, I mean, yeah, they're all actors. They've all been in other things. Yeah. But, you got the slightest name actor in there. The complete project is a wash.
How many people do we recognize in VHS 1 and 2? Like, most of them. Most of the actors.
Yeah. Let's not belabor the point.
Yeah.
Dynamo
But first of all, I didn't know who any of those people were when I watched VHS 1.
Ty West is in it.
And I knew,
but I didn't know what he looked like.
I'd seen
the guy that was in the wood.
I didn't know who Swanberg fucking was. He had made some romantic mumblecore movies.
Right. And there was
I'd never seen Ty West before.
And there was another guy in there, in the woods. The one that was in the woods. One of the kids was in Poltergeist.
Yeah, I didn't see Poltergeist either. But I didn't know who hardly anyone was in VH1 S1, and I knew who. The director of Your Next was in VHS 2, and coincidentally the least successful episode of that particular anthology.
It was unusual, definitely. But it was a hell of a lot bolder than some of the other ones, you know. But anyway, we don't have to belabor the point of...
Ledger says, yeah, well, this is supposed to be a real podcast, too. We all have to make concessions.
Listen. So at any rate, I found that annoying. Fine, it's a movie. We can put it. Maybe I would have noticed so much if two different people told me that this was intense. I didn't feel that this was intense at all. I've watched people throw up and convulse before. I've seen really bad CGI fire. Like the only death that I felt was engaging was the one where the person was tied to the chair.
Yes.
The rest of this I felt like was by the fucking numbers. I would be disinterested in this from another director. From a director I hold in the regard of Ty West, I was angry when I finished watching this movie. I just felt like to put I hate to just put it in such broad terms, but I felt like it was boring. You knew what was going to happen when it started. You knew what was going to happen when it got there. They had a couple of cool modern horror cliches with the spooky little girl, and this, that, and the other thing. And the help us and everything else, but like we've seen it all before, and it didn't do anything different, and it did less than most. It was just boring. I don't even want them to turn into fucking zombies at the end. Like I didn't want, a demon to come out, but a lot of the subject matter was handled much better in Kevin Smith's Red State.
I agree with that completely.
And I feel like, I guess, disrespect to Smith, who I'm a fan of as a writer and on most levels, but as a technical director, he's very forthcoming with his shortcomings, I'd say. And if you're being out-directed by Kevin Smith, like, you phoned it in. I get what he was doing, but it's two great tastes that don't taste great together.
But in what? Red State or this?
No, in this film.
Okay.
Because I feel like when you're trying to do... Essentially, this is ripped from the headlines, of 20 years ago. But, and you're repackaging it and putting it for new. You can't just tell the fucking story, especially not if you're fucking Ty West, whose vision is so stark and so, I guess, relentlessly mundane that it just seems like a retelling. It just seems like a dialogue and not actually. Like
it seems like legitimately a shitty, what do they call it, a dramatic reenactment.
That's exactly what I felt sometime in some of the performances. The only standout performance, and now even though I said it earlier, I forgot his name, was the main cult leader,
Gene Jones,
the father,
who I felt was great, but didn't have a lot to work with, and he was great when he was up on the stage in the interview section. When he was actually trying to be sinister, I felt like he was like reading like from Boss Hogg's B-roll. Like it was really fucking terrible. Like you don't, if you put your hand in the dog bowl, don't be surprised if that old dog bites. Like, okay, yeah, fucking thanks. Whenever Roscoe come bring me back to my fucking cabin, moment shines. So yeah, I not only didn't like this, I was angry about this. Like I feel like Ty West is at Ty West's worst. He's a really interesting director, and I'm not sure where he got off track here, but I feel like maybe he had too many balls in the air with an exotic location, a concept that is not just a standard narrative film, and his strong point were his characters, and I felt like you didn't get a lot to work with these characters.
I think I want to go next because I actually agree with you on a lot of things. When I first saw this in the theater 2 weeks ago now, I enjoyed it more than I did the second time. And I don't know why that is. I think I just got caught up in it while I was sitting in the theater. The sound is booming and everything's around me, and I just sort of got swept into the story and was like, okay, cool. Like that was, I thought it was a cool film. I thought it was pretty intense. But now I'm looking at it with a critical eye. It's interesting. Like, do you guys? I don't know. Like, let me just pose this question now. Do you guys watch all films now with a critical eye, or do you sort of turn that part of your brain off when you watch certain films?
It depends on how it works. I had every intent to sit down and watch this again today and not go to games. And my special lady friend's a Ty West fan, so she wanted to watch it. So we sat and we watched it.
Your second time?
No, my first time.
Oh, okay.
And I sat down to watch it as a fan, and as more and more of the enjoyment of it got chipped away from me, more and more of this is my job was all that was there. Like, I had to watch it. If I didn't have to watch it, I might not have watched it, to be honest. I don't know. Like, there was a certain point that I realized there's about 10 minutes when the thing that was the big thing happened, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it.
I mean, if we say the name Jim Jones, we don't have to really be spoiler-free, I don't think, do we?
I guess, yeah.
Well,
I think everybody kind of knows.
I mean, if you see the trailer or if you read anything about this, you'll know. So, I mean,
the only thing that's a spoiler about it is that you're gonna go in with some natural preconceived notion that there's
you're
gonna be
gonna
some
know-
level of
yeah.
embellishment to make it not that, but that
Yeah.
it is not.
I think that the average person watching this, given the culture of movies nowadays, is going to expect it to go somewhere unexpected.
Yep.
And it just simply doesn't. It just doesn't at all. It goes exactly where you expect it to, and then ends.
Yeah. My take on it after I watched it for the second time, my thought was, while I agree with Dynamo, Ty West is a very talented director, and House of the Devil is a perfect film. Like, it's
Yeah, he caught
phenomenal.
lightning in a barrel with that.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's a fucking incredible film.
In my opinion, that movie is like light years better than anything else I've seen him do.
I will agree with that.
It's just spot on. Like that, you can feel that the actors are really responding to his direction in that movie, and you can also feel that in all these other movies. But unfortunately, I think what you feel from those actors is kind of a response to an average or a beginner director.
Yeah,
and it did not feel like that in House of the Devil. It's just like, was that his freshman release?
That was his third full-length film.
What was before that? Does anybody know immediately?
Trigger Man and the Roost.
Roost was right before.
But that was like 3 in a row, like 3 years in a row, basically, right?
And Roost is really, really good. It's not
Yeah.
perfect. It's just really low budget.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe how well House of the Devil came together. I mean, it was a really challenging subject to try to get across effectively, and he just totally nailed it, completely nailed it. And I haven't seen anything like that from him since.
The Roost was 2005, Trigger Man 2007, and then House of the
really?
Devil 2009.
Trigger Man was
2005,
positive was before it. So
The
it's
Roost
even
was his
lower
first.
budget.
Uh-huh.
Trigger Man looks like it was filmed on like iPhones.
Yeah. I mean, the intensity that he was able to capture, this movie would really have benefited from the intensity that he captured in House of the Devil. Those scenes where very little was going on. The scene, especially where the friend was in the car and the guy came over to get his cigarette lit and stuff like that. God damn it, man! Like that is an unbelievable scene.
Right.
This movie could have kind of treaded on that in that territory a little bit. It was just so far away from it, like not even close.
It's because it was by numbers a little bit though. The one scene that kind of reminded me of a Ty West jump out of your seat scene, if you will, is the scene with the helicopter guy.
Yeah.
But like, it's almost like that was obviously going to happen. That's what happens there, or else he gets on the helicopter and goes away.
Yeah.
Right. So I just think that this film is beneath Ty West's talent level. Like, he's up here, and I feel like, I don't want to say he phoned it in, but I just feel like this was like an easy, I'll just do this film. Like, I don't know. Like,
do you think he's being more careful now that the media's eye is on him a bit more?
I don't know. I mean, if he's being careful, he's being lazy.
I think that there is a group of friends, and tell me if this sounds familiar sometimes, that are all big fans of each other. And all kind of, there are those sub-nuances that you only get, that almost don't exist. You only get them from being around people all the time and reading things into their work that is either there or not there that you don't know. And I think he's a victim of kind of being part of a crew that believes its own shit.
You could be right.
Now.
Yeah.
You know,
you could be
and
right.
like they don't need very much outside anything to make anything anymore. He calls a bunch of his friends. They get some money behind it, and they all make movies to varying
But why do you make this? But why do you make this movie? Why do you make a movie that doesn't have a twist? It doesn't have any intrigue, mystery, drama. There's like some suspense in it.
Well, yeah. First time when we saw, what was it, VHS 2, and when there's the one by Gareth Evans, the guy who did the Raid and the Raid 2.
Holy fucking
which is
shit.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
It's the cult one.
That's the cult
Amazing.
one. Yeah.
Truly.
So
overwhelming, really.
When I read a brief little synopsis of what the Sacrament was going to be, I was like, "Whoa, this sounds just like that."
Like a full-length version of that.
Yeah, it sounded like a full-length version. I was like, "Okay, well, it doesn't sound all that original, but I'm really curious to see it." and this did not go anywhere. Like it just like Dynamo said, it's exactly what you think it's going to be, and that's fine. I'm not every movie needs to have a twist or needs to have something that's different about it, but like I'm just so fucking sick of found footage. I am done with it. Like we're obviously going to probably watch a bunch more for this for the podcast.
There's something coming up that I'm sure we're going to review that I didn't even know was found footage.
The thing is that this film, it was not made better by the found footage conceit. In fact, I think it actually could have been a better film without it.
I totally agree.
Because I don't know, I'm just so fucking sick of it, and I think it's lazy. Like there's just so much about this, like the text blurbs at the beginning, like when they're just like talking about like what's going down, and then all of a sudden it's like a text blurb of like they traveled blah 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 blah. Like I was just like, okay, that's I guess I could see that if they're doing a documentary and they didn't have the footage, I could see that, but it still seems lazy. It seems like you could convey story a little bit better than that.
A lot of the, if you don't mind me interrupting,
please.
A lot of the suspense was like significantly diffused by the fact that it was presented as like a news story. Like that one of those guys got the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So you're not really panicking that it's just going to be a complete slaughter and that these guys aren't going to make it because you're watching the result. You know, instead of just being thrown into the situation and here's this guy going down and even like here's these reporters going down. They can do it in that same context and show the guys filming and everything. Totally fine. Go do that.
Right.
But limiting it to handheld cameras and having, the sister have to like drag a camera around with her and everything. It was forced. It just went off the deep end. It just truly went off the deep end.
I will tell you why I think this worked and some of his didn't work and some of his other stuff didn't, is that without going into any particular thing, Mr. West seems to work in kind of broad strokes. And whereas broad strokes work the best is when you get them. We've all been in a big scary house that we think is haunted.
Yeah, sure.
We've all been alone or babysit in some capacity.
We've all drank Kool Aid.
Right. Well, no, that's kind of my point. Watching a whole group of people die is like a really broad, like, like you would feel repulsed and maybe frightened to a degree. But like when you do that much, it doesn't like really mean anything to anybody. So to make that matter, you can't film it like exactly how you said, Tiny, like a dramatic reenactment.
Yeah.
You have to film that in a way that makes us feel that revulsion that we don't really understand because most of us haven't watched a city die.
Right. May I comment on that?
Yeah.
I think, that when it's Caroline, right? The sister?
Yeah.
Carolyn or Caroline?
Yeah.
When father sort of orders her to go film it, like it's an order, whatever, to go film like what's going on here, like that's cool. Like that's a good sort of way to sort of introduce the fact that she's going to be adding to the footage, right? It's lazy, but it works. That's fine.
I don't think I thought that it works better than fucking some.
Sure.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I think that's great. But where I think that totally flopped and failed is that this Caroline character was so talkative the whole time, and it was almost like a mother figure in this community. She was basically the wife of that father figure, right? Always with him, by his side, in his trailer, whatever else. But as soon as she grabbed that camera, she stopped talking. That is totally out of character for that person. She should be like, go ahead, drink it up. And you should see her hand like coming into the frame to help out and like really engaging with all these people. This is like the thing that they sort of prepared for. And she was like basically second in command at this compound. But as soon as she grabbed that camera, she just became a cinematographer.
Right.
That's not who that character was. That's a huge fail for me.
Right. Yeah, it's because none of these people mattered too, Tiny. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, we were supposed to feel for any of these people, and they didn't matter. There wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think if she had been walking around calling people by name, and you could see tears coming down people's face, but they were doing it because she was convincing them, like from your perspective, basically watching the movie, convincing these people to do what they did. What they fucking drank Kool Aid and killed themselves. There's no secret, right? then I think it would have been highly effective. But to just go around seeing footage of it happening, there was nothing personal about it, even though the person holding that camera had a very, very significant connection with what was going on. She was like all of a sudden removed from the situation, where in reality she would be very, very engaged with the situation, right? So I think that was a big miss, and I understand why that was missed, because you don't really think about it. You know what I mean? You're just like, I need to get this footage, and this is the only way I can do it, by getting this character to walk around with the camera. But you can't then just ignore that character. That character is that person is still there, and they're still who they are. They just happen to be walking around with the camera, you know?
Right.
So I just think it was a huge miss. I think it was that is an opportunity for, Ty West to make a connection between the audience and what was going on in that situation, instead of it just being a dramatic reenactment.
Right. It's why it failed on a lot of levels, and I think it's because, for lack of a better way to put it, he was distracted. I think all right, well, why do people get taken out of these found footage movies? Because, all right, because there's not a reason for somebody to be filming, in this situation. So they made it, and that was cool. It worked, right?
Right.
But then he just filmed it, and he didn't do any of the guts of what needed to make it be a movie.
Yeah.
Like mechanically, it worked. Like,
right.
It's almost like he did his script polishing on the genre. It didn't worry enough about his movie.
Yeah, definitely. The other thing is that there was no distinction between when she was holding the camera and when the guy that actually had the camera before her was holding the camera.
Zero.
And that's a miss too. You have to realize that this person's not trained to keep a camera still. And even if it makes it a shittier movie, by having it choppy and have it all over the place by comparison to the person.
She's not a professional cameraman like the guy who's been lugging around.
Exactly right. But these scenes are all framed beautifully,
right,
and they like cut perfectly, and everything makes sense, and it's contiguous and everything. It should be fucking chaos when that starts going down. It should be total chaos, and it should be her hand in the camera and her getting overly close to people because she's like, grabbing their cup and the whole deal. There was none of that. It was very, very clean and super professional.
And the other thing, too, that bugged me was that camera never came back with them. It was left there.
Did it not? That's interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
It never came back with them. Unless it was like, I don't know, unless they grabbed it and I didn't see it. I've seen the movie twice now, and this time I looked for it.
I guess
and didn't
unless
see
he
it.
picked it up.
No, there was one scene where the camera was picked up and put into the helicopter.
But how did they get it? Did he pick it up?
But how many cameras?
Did he pick it up?
Two cameras.
I don't know.
She
had one, and the other one had.
She had the brother's camera, or the camera that.
Yeah, but it got left in the room where the father was.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, it got left in there.
Remember, because of what she did, and the camera.
Well, yeah, but no, the camera was in the when the father was talking to Sam when he was tied up.
Yep.
It was in there, so he must have taken it.
Okay.
Because it made it in there. I'll pull it up real quick on.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think if we go back and look at that critically as a miss, I think two of those cameras are going to be missing.
Well, there's only two cameras, so they did bring one of them with them, but
there were two. Yeah, that's right. There were two.
Yeah.
So with that said, I mean, even if one camera made it back, it only got half the footage.
Right. That's the thing I'm saying. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Do we ever actually see any of the footage from the brother's camera? Because he's doing like B-roll
No, we do.
We do?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do we see from his camera?
Hold on. You can't see this, Tiny, but I guess I could share it technically. I don't think I can actually. So see the camera right there? Hold on, sorry, this is great radio, I know, but
I'm trying to think what B-roll they show, because I remember they like have him shooting a lot of it.
Oh, that's right, because they did show from that point of view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
when the other guy came in. That's right.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's
right there.
You're absolutely right. Yep.
So that's a pretty important and significant miss, I would say.
Yeah. So because they show from his perspective from the camera from there, but the thing is when let me get to the end of the scene.
I mean, like you would think that. I mean, I understand when you make a movie, you write a script, and there are, script notes like the camera goes here, the lighting is this, and the whole deal. But you would think that in a very basic sense, the direction would be, this is where you guys are, this is what you're doing, and...
See? They took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Camera's still left there.
And if the script says that the footage is shown from both of those cameras and they run out of that, he has to say, your motivation for the scene is you have to get all the footage. Run back in there and grab the camera.
I guess theoretically everyone's dead, so somebody could have come back and got it. But
he burned. Remember that guy says, "I'm burning this whole place to the ground."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything would have been toasted.
I know it's.
And why did that guy help that other?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there has to be a.
Maybe they wanted the story to get out. Maybe father told that guy they wanted the story to get out. I don't know. Let me finish up. I'm pretty much done with what I wanted to say.
Wolfie could be right about that because he was very clear that he wanted to show their sacrifice. Basically.
That was Monster Zero. Oh no, it was Wolfie. Sorry.
No, yeah. When that's what I think is. I think he just said that they want the story to get out there because that's why the guy said go. And he said the father said something when your father. Something you'll know. He said something like that, you'll understand later or something like that. So meaning that he was going to let him.
Yeah, he was kind of prophetic about it.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that really bugged me. I mean, I think if they weren't tied to the found footage conceit, I think they could have made a better film.
Yeah.
I do think, I guess unlike Dynamo, I do think that there was some very intense moments in this film. One shit sort of gets real when they get the note from Savannah. That says help us, please help us, or something like that. From that point on, it has this very sort of creepy vibe to it, and that's when I thought that it really I think that's when I got sucked in. So even when I wasn't being critical, I got sucked into the movie and really sort of was in from that point on.
Yeah.
But now looking at it with a more critical eye, there was some things that bothered me about it. So I also thought one of the other I want to highlight the things I thought were good. When father, for those who haven't seen it, the cult leader, everyone refers to him as father. But when he's talking over the PA system, telling everyone, drink up, everyone, blah blah blah. I thought that was pretty crazy too. I thought that was kind of unsettling. That scene was very unsettling. And like I said, Patrick's camera never left the premises. So this whole found footage thing just doesn't work for me, and that really bugged me this time around. I didn't notice it the first time. So let's get some other thoughts. We've been talking a lot. Monster Zero, why don't you go ahead and talk?
Well, before I start my review, I also just want to say that ironically, I mean, even though this is squarely on the nose of Jim Jones, today is Jim Jones's birthday.
Oh, interesting.
Birthday, Jim.
Happy birthday, Jim.
Happy birthday, buddy. Good idea.
He was born today in 1931.
Cheers. Salute.
Drink up. Yeah.
Skull.
I'm driving, brother. Thank you. No, pass it.
Pass the Kool Aid over.
I had a big lunch.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah, he was born in 1931 on this day today. So
Hold on, I got it.
Jub Jones?
I just saved this fucking movie.
What?
I'm going to go to recut it like Knights of Badassdom. Right? Or the Cabin Fever remake sequel. Okay, so they're about to take... Someone give me the fucking ominous music that wouldn't be in a fucking found footage movie. Oh, yeah, it's a documentary, so they can put fucking ominous analog music in. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
there
perfect,
it is.
okay? Now, Monster Zero, I need you to go, drink, my children, drink, and say a whole bunch of that shit, okay?
Okay. My children, I need you to drink the Kool Aid. Pass yourself over into righteousness. Deliver yourself to
now,
the
Wolfie,
Lord.
I need you to choke. I need you to be choking.
Deliver yourself to the Lord. Yes, yes. There is no pain. There is no pain. Only salvation, my brothers and sisters.
Tell them what they're drinking. What are they drinking?
You are drinking Kool Aid. Drink the Kool Aid. It tastes a little bitter, yes, but drink it. You'll find salvation. You'll find yourself kissing the feet of the Lord.
I need you to read the stage direction when I point at you, okay? So you're choking. Keep going. Get really into it.
I want you to drink that Kool Aid. Drink it. It's bitter, yes, I know. But drink the Kool Aid. You'll find salvation. You will find the Lord. You will find the man.
Enter stage left. A crash.
Oh, yeah! That's not... That's no way to use my product, babies. Kool-Aid's supposed to make you feel good.
Kool Aid's supposed to make you feel real good.
Hey! He bops the minister on the head. We're going to create a paradise of delicious sugar and water. Oh, yeah!
But what about the hole in the wall?
Don't worry, kid. This cult was meant to last a lifetime.
Can I stop coughing?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he's actually choking.
I drink it.
Somebody call Ty West.
We just
Let's get him on the horn.
got a sequel going.
Hi, I'm Tom West.
I'm Ty West, baby.
Mouse Zero, go!
Listen to you yelling at me.
I'm coughing. I'm raspy now.
Thought you were beatboxing for a second. So yeah, so I mean, it is Jim Jones's birthday today. You guys would. Dynamo brings up a lot of good points, and I was gonna go the other direction, but I've heard so many arguments made about some things that were floating around in my head that I am gonna go the other way.
We heard you like to go the other way.
Oh, Richie.
Although
He's got his hair straightened, but his lifestyle the opposite.
Yeah. Although I gotta say, I could see where you guys see the laziness involved. What the hell? I could see.
I just stopped looking at Facebook when you're talking.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hello. Is this Ty West?
Ty West.
Who's there?
Ty West is Trick or Treat Radio.
Who's that?
We're a podcast. We've reviewed 5-year films. We're big fans.
Oh wow, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No problem. We're reviewing the Sacrament right now. Actually, it's so weird that you called.
I'm glad to see you guys all made it out to the theater for that.
We didn't exactly. You sent me a copy. You called from?
I don't think so.
You called from prison last week? No.
I don't think, guys. I gotta go.
What? He just. I wanted to ask him questions about the movie.
Hey, the fact that he even got it on the air with us was pretty sweet.
All right. Well. All right. Continue.
All right.
What was that all about?
I don't know. It was nice of him to call. I guess.
But to say that it's completely lazy about with the camera work, I mean, you got to realize this is first and third person perspective. So I mean, you got the two cameras going on, then you got the third person perspective camera going on. So I mean, it's not completely, as you guys would put it, lazy.
Wait, what? Third person? What?
Third person perspective.
Wait, what? So you have what? Two cameras and then a non card footage camera. You're saying?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's just two cameras.
There was just two.
Yep.
No, yeah, there were. No, I don't think so. I mean, I was watching. I don't care what you.
There was like a God camera. You saying like a camera that wasn't owned by anybody?
Yeah, just to film the movie itself. I just think.
Nope.
No. It was all those cameras.
Really?
Yep.
The reason it may seem like that is because they were professional cinematographers. They were skilled with the cameras.
Right.
Instead of a found footage where it's just like a couple campers like in the freaking woods, it's guys that know they have tripods, they know how to do lighting, the whole deal.
Oh no. Well, I'm just gonna have to watch it again because I could have sworn there could have been a third person perspective on that.
No, I actually
felt like it a lot.
I actually looked for it on this go around because. I was trying to be more critical, and there was just the two cameras.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as far as the interviewers go, the reporters, I mean, they go to this commune about salvation and about enlightenment and freedom and peace and love and all that other bullshit, and yet they don't bring up anything about David Koresh. They don't bring up anything about Marshall Applewhite from the Hale-Bot comic.
Well, who's to say that they exist in this world?
Well, I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that it was. I don't know. It's so close to the Jonestown thing that I just have to think that didn't exist because they'd be like, "Oh my God, these people all killed themselves with Kool Aid, just like in this, 1970 whatever situation."
I think I could see why you guys see this as lazy because this is a borrowed story. It is something that's been told before. It's something that happened in real life. So.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to go on record saying that this is a dramatic reenactment of that story.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, a lower death count, of
where
course.
The part of Jim Jones is played by Boss Hogg.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? When I first saw the poster for this, I thought it was the guy from Total Recall.
Quaid?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
No. You know that guy that got that big chubby
the guy whose face opens up towards the middle or whatever it is.
Just
No,
like
the
a
one that
girl?
Arnold Schwarzenegger was dressed up as.
No. No, forget it.
Just a good old Colt.
Oh, Quado?
Never did
No,
any
not
harm.
Quado.
One day the Kool Aid might get him, but the Imperialists never will.
Man.
But I thought his performance was very, very good. Gene Jones.
It was excellent.
I thought he was very good. I thought he was a
That's
little.
what maybe he was related to the guy.
I thought he was a little hammy. I thought his performance was a little hammy. But
He
you know
could've
what?
lost-
I
he
think if
could've
you're
lost
gonna
a couple pounds, but
no, not that kind
Like
of hammy.
salt,
But
like
I
salty.
think-
You mean?
Well, what I mean is to portray that kind of a character, you have to go over the top.
Yeah, he was being charismatic, I think, right?
Ravenshadow, you got something to say?
But
No, I was going over the top.
Oh,
I was
over the
gonna,
top. Okay.
I was going to arm wrestle.
He wasn't just a guy on the street. He was supposed to be this charismatic, sort of larger than life character.
Yeah, and I just thought that came across as a bit hammy, but
Hammy?
Yeah.
but I thought it was a very good performance.
Like yours
too.
and
I mean,
swine?
Can I just talk and just give my review?
Sometimes my ideas are too pig.
When near the end, when the quote unquote massacre was going on, I mean, some of that stuff that was being filmed, or
Would you say he's a bore?
Do you think?
can somebody shove a Twinkie in this guy's mouth or something?
Dynamo, don't
He'd
hog
know.
the spotlight.
You've
He'd like
spoken
it-
enough.
He'd like it too much. We did.
You've spoken too much. You've spoken enough.
You're smoking too much.
Fucking ham.
Do you think that the moral of this story is you reap what you sow?
I think the real fault of this movie happened way back when Ty West put pig pen to paper.
Jesus Christ.
But with the massacre going on, I'm ignoring everybody. So with the massacre going on,
No,
you know,
just sending it back.
from that point on, you completely forget about and don't even care anymore about the fate of the film crew. You just don't give a damn about them because I mean, who gives a shit about a bunch of 20-somethings, you know, getting killed
Were they
when you
attractive?
got when you got little kids dying, you know, being forced to die. And also, I mean, as far as the Jonestown massacre goes, I mean, if you listen to the audio tapes of his, you shut up.
I picture you doing that at night to go to bed.
If you're masturbating to those audio tapes, you realize.
What's your favorite song? Well, it's what I'm bumping on my iPod.
I kept getting confused that a helicopter was coming to save them in those audiobooks, but it was just the sound of my coconut oiled shaft.
Oh my god.
Some folks like listen to the rain to go to bed, or waves crashing. Monster Zero's like dying children for real. A Time Life series.
I am Hollywood Al. I'm Hollywood Steve.
All right, let's get Pork to the review here.
As you were.
I heard this was filmed in Bacon, Georgia. Oh, it's Macon.
He's just like going to a happy place right now.
He's
listening to that tape.
reenacting the Jonestown massacre. Oh yeah.
That's why I don't take road trips with Monster Zero. His turn on the radio.
This is a good jam.
What do you want to listen to? P-Funk, a little bit of Huck, children asphyxiating. This was good stuff. I'm hoping to pick up the Holocaust collection next.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Monster Zero, you want to continue?
I don't know. Can I? That's
Yeah,
not up.
swine,
That
go ahead.
that decision is certainly not up to me. That decision is not up to me.
Come on, don't listen to that hogwash. Just go.
Try not to laugh. Okay, go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm not going to say another word until about this film until I know you guys are ready.
We're ready. Everyone agree. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I don't believe you.
Do you want me to write it down?
Nope.
If you see it in black oink, will it make you feel better?
We're all gonna be quiet. Go hog wild, MC.
That was well played. That was a tough one.
Was that all right?
Just tell us what this movie's a snout.
You're gonna bore the audience.
Oh my god.
Okay, go. Go.
I'm not. I don't think you're done yet.
All right, fine. Ravenshadow, you go. Jesus.
All right.
Oh, he gets mad at me. He gets mad at me. You guys can't shut your fucking mouths for 5 seconds, and you guys get mad at me.
We have dead air. I'm not gonna
Whose fault is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yours. 'Cause you wouldn't
Hardly.
go.
Hardly my fault.
Wrap it up. Good talk. All right. I am gonna take you on a journey.
Hey, it's his turn still.
All right, then fucking go.
It's not your turn up at the trough. I should have gone with trough. Be told that would have been much better.
That's good.
Sounds like Dynamo when he's having sex.
What's that fucking movie in Romania?
Taxidermia?
There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, done. Hands up. Like
Hands up, everybody.
hands up. MZ, just go.
Oh man.
Hams up, baby, hams up. No, I'm done.
All right, Ravenshadow. Go.
All right. I'm really surprised by a lot of this. What I thought going into this movie, I didn't know anything about it. I fully prepared for it to be the cinematic version of like 4 Heinekens and a lorazepam.
What's that mean?
Well, you fucking
Vacation.
kind of like a vacation, but you sleep a lot earlier.
I think we need to piss everyone off this episode.
Oh,
we
God.
pissed Dynamo off. We pissed Monster Zero off.
I think for real.
Ravenshadow, you're a dummy.
Thank you. You sound like my wife a couple episodes ago. But not knowing anything going into it, I was
Normally
really...
when she says that to me, it's like, Ravensshadow's a dummy. And then she's hotter and faster in between.
Yeah, no, that's why it's, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
We're not reviewing that.
Nope.
I was really intrigued with this. I saw Eli Roth, and I knew that...
Oh, you saw him? Where'd you see him?
In the credits, it said Eli Roth, produced the motherfucker.
Yeah, that actually really surprises me. But
Right?
I'll get more into that. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I didn't know what I was going to get, and I was really intrigued. I was along for the ride. And as it progressed, I'm like, oh, shit. I kind of figure this is where this is going to go, but it's going to be a twist. And I figured something horrible could happen anywhere. And I think there's some things that we didn't talk. I know there's some things that you guys didn't touch upon. Basically, how it came out, how this came up from conversation, and this crew who's used to going to like hot spots or in.
Who's that? Someone's text just went off.
Continue.
Sorry,
Ravenshadow.
there's
You
people.
fucking know it's your fucking phone.
Yeah.
No, I was
Say what
reading
it
it. It's
is.
the people from fucking D&D telling me what I missed.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Yeah.
It's fucking Tuesday night.
Oh,
This is
Tommy
how you
rolled
know-
a
this is how you know
D20. It should have
everybody
been
was
here.
into
Yeah, whatever.
D&D.
It was
Like,
fucking
this
great. The
phone
pork
goes up.
rinds are
It's
fucking
Yeah,
sweet.
You know what the difference
It's
between my
sound.
D&D
You
group
gotta
and,
track it
and
down.
your life is?
What?
There's 4 more people at that table than you have at yours.
No, I know. Collecting breasts are pretty great.
Yeah,
A lot
whatever.
of breasts are flowing.
So I have a.
But I can guarantee you at Ravenshadow's tables, nobody's ass crack is hanging out.
That's fair.
He's got a point.
Nobody's ass crack. Everybody, like a couple of the guys, like 4 of the guys at my table, like MMA guys. They would eat everyone at this table.
Ledger says my nerd stuff is better than
Really?
your nerd stuff.
I would think the D&D guys would be too busy eating.
You're the one who fucking.
You
got
sound
his-
like him now.
Yeah.
When he makes fun of you.
You're the one that fucking tried to make his hair look like Shemp Howard, and you're making fun of anybody.
Yeah, I am.
Good work.
A lot of hostility. A lot of hostility.
A whole lot of hostility here.
That's good. That's good.
There you go. But when the crew goes there, suddenly they figure they're going to go try to find one of the crew members' sisters.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear it's
Are you
bad.
re-synopsising it because you forgot that Johnny did it at the beginning of the
So
thing?
it's kind of weird. Guys, remember they have a Jim Jones a couple years ago?
Yeah, that's good.
That was in the news. David Koresh, she was like the John Lennon of...
He was like the Michael Ravenshadow of Trick or Treat Radio.
But no, you know it's bad when there's like black guys with guns. That's fucking bad.
What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ, here we go.
Hey, what's
Jesus
wrong
Christ.
with a black guy and a
No,
gun?
no, no. But I guess what you're saying when you go into this,
Oh my
magical
God.
land away from the realm. You know you have like natives with guns. That's scary.
Natives.
It's actually not highly unusual
Natives?
for these in like a third world place to have people with guns hired on to keep you safe. That's
Yeah,
actually
no, the
very
characters
common.
were very relaxed when they were like, "Oh, but who are these fucking guys with you?"
Yeah, that's some of that shit was really
You know what I mean?
Ravenshadow, it must be
ham-handed?
Ravenshadow. It must be very difficult to smoke a cigarette with that hood over your head.
You could have talked a lot more during your review, monster. Yeah, easy for you to say.
Yeah, the sexy dicks were cute for a minute.
No, what I'm saying is that you know something bad's going to happen to these characters.
The name of Ravenshadow's tag team is the Martin Luther Kings of Wrestling.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Degeneration Malcolm X.
That's taken. From last week. What I'm saying is that you know nothing good can happen to these characters. Okay? And then when they go and they meet some of the locals, you have your like stereotypical people like the mute girl and her mom. But then you have like that Australian girl. And by the way, do you notice when they're talking to the Australian girl, there was that super hot apple bottom chick who was in the background?
Yes, I did notice
In the
that.
white,
yeah.
in the white short pants, right? And there was Grandma D. What was Grandma D? She was a nice lady. And they say how they sold all their possessions. And the flip mode is you get those like urban kids. Like no one's gonna fucking blow the wool over those guys. Those guys, you know, were tough kids.
I beg your pardon?
Blow the wool over those guys?
What's the expression? What do you say?
Oh man, I love this show.
You pull the wool.
Blow the wool? What the fuck does that mean?
You know what I'm saying.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
But it's still fucking hilarious that he fucked it up.
Ravenshadow needs to blow the wool before he can go to shoot.
Rocky says, what the fuck? He doesn't smoke cigarettes. He's just blowing smoke because he's a grand dragon. That was bad.
Sexy, right? But no, when they introduce, you know, there's a large spectrum of fucking people, you know. And what's interesting is the blonde daughter makes a point about how she's the happiest she's ever been, and she grew up in an affluent community. They knew the other brother was wealthy because he brought those like pussy shoes in, you know, like so like as it progresses. You think like maybe there's something bigger going on, like they want to keep him hostage. He has some money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been said before, fucking for a long fucking time now, that you think the punchline is going to be a lot better than it is,
Or different, anyway.
or different.
You know? Yeah.
Even down to when they're at night, they're hiding. She separates the brother from his friends. There's a talk of a three-way. You don't see it. And I was hoping the blonde girl was gonna like gear down with the two dudes. Like that's a fucking found footage movie. Like my brother's having a three-way. I'll just blow the two guys and they'll forget about stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like who wasn't disappointed?
Right.
Right? Thank you, Ty.
Ledger says you know that you can turn his mic off, right, Wolfie? Seriously, there's a $5 in it for you.
But my fucking mic.
Nah, he's going somewhere. He's going somewhere.
You know, so and then there's a scene when the party's over, and I agree with Dynamo. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I do agree with Dynamo, but the party's over, and you think she's going to get real sinister. They start doing that chanting, trying to find a girl. They leave. More guys with guns. There's a point where they cut back, and they see the other community. They're doing something, but we can't see it. I was really expecting some, like, supernatural machinations to arise.
Yeah, something.
So I fucking loved this movie because of all the things I was thinking about that could go wrong.
Me too. That's kind of where I was at about even 3/4 of the way into this movie before the punchline came out.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is really interesting. Like, this is really building a lot of suspense.
Yeah.
I would say it all broke when the little girl handed him the piece of paper. I was just like, oh, fuck. This is just going to be one of those fucking movies.
Are you guys talking about the scene where they were putting the fucking wash tubs down? Like, where they're like, oh, what are they doing
he's
over
talking
there?
about when they were cleaning up after the party.
Right, and they were like, oh, something's going on over there. And he's like, oh, put these wash tubs over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ravenshadow was like, oh, shit, there's mops.
Fuck. There's fucking
There's
mops.
mops and trash bags after the party. This is fucking ridiculous.
Well, you mean we got to clean up now?
Usually I go home at that point. But no, but like it seemed like there was like small clandestine, like the secret crew of like Satan shit kickers were gonna come into play.
The secret cleanup crew.
The fucking cleaning lady. Oh,
not NASDAQ. What are they called? Hazmat.
Hazmat.
Real now.
NASDAQ was something else.
What's that over there? Oh, is that monks? Oh, no, I think it's a bunch of custodial engineers.
So, and then there's the discovery of the room that's open with the vault that's open of everyone's passports. Like, what was that? Why was that open? It's just
the safe.
Yeah,
because they busted in to get their shit. Somebody had before them.
But who?
The whole bunch of people that wanted to leave.
Maybe.
I thought they were the catalyst after the fact. And here's the thing, though: like, if they were so,
but that doesn't mean that they didn't start that plan to leave just when they talked to them.
Yeah, it just seems. And also, basically, here we go. It just escalated way too fucking quickly. They knew.
What?
Well,
escalated to what?
No.
Well, remember though. I mean, she even says it. They're the only people that visited in a year. So
Right.
I mean, it's not like these people had every opportunity in the world to get the fuck out of there.
So to be fair, if that's the case, then maybe people did break off. But I guess why the fuck would the father and the powers that be go from like 0 to kill your flock? Just kill these fucking guys. They had
To be fair, that part they kind of got into. Like he was just like, oh, we tried, we failed, now everybody has to die.
But just kill them. They could have just fucking, you know what I mean? They could have exceeded their power if they really were beating people.
Did you say exceeded?
Well, I'm not sure. All right, I meant exceeded.
I like the other pronunciation better.
Exceeded his grasp. Do you know what I mean? Like, why did you just kill the fucking guys?
He got into that too. He actually said, if we kill them, somebody's going to come looking for them.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
But lazy.
accidents.
Honestly,
Yeah.
lazy.
And what also pissed me off was the father did 2 fucking rails of coke and then said he was fucking tired.
Well, you don't get tired after doing it?
No,
Well,
you're
you don't
fucking
know that
up.
it's coke. You don't know that it's coke, but it's probably an upper. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But what? If it's an upper, why am I tired?
Yeah, no.
He
I
should
think
have
he
fucking.
means mentally tired. But no,
Do
he
more
didn't seem
coke?
he didn't seem particularly tooted.
I'm mentally
No.
tired of this review.
Well, that was the last half hour.
Not your fault.
All right, I'm fucking trying, man. But Tiny, you see what I'm saying? Like I thought it was going to be something that it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then it was.
Your
but-
movie sounds way cooler than the one I fucking watched.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give me a pen.
Especially the exceeding part.
I exceeded.
Exceeding? Isn't that the
This-
movie that had
yeah, this movie
Roseanne?
exceeded all of my expectations. It's not the same as exceeded. It means it didn't meet them.
So which is the good one?
Exceeded.
Okay.
Exceeded is like seceded from the union.
That's
Who's next, Johnny?
I think that's it.
All
right, let me talk on it a little bit.
I
think it was vitally important to the suspense of the movie that they put in the score that they put in. But I don't think that they do that. I would have to go look. So the whole idea of them being part of this Vice news organization is extremely important. It's a real thing. They go and they do these stories and exposés and everything else. And I haven't seen them, but by all accounts, when I went to look into it, they're pretty gritty. They're like in your face, and they're exactly what it established in the beginning. It's emerging news. Essentially, they go there and they just get into the situation and report on it. Not like a BBC or something like that, but much more hands-on. So the fact that it's supposed to be that is very important, right? Because that's what explains the fact that the footage looks good, that the sound is good throughout, that they like kind of keep their head and keep the focus on keeping their camera with them and
That
stuff
they had
like
that
that.
awesome opening credits.
Exactly, all that stuff. Exactly, the whole explanation and everything. And I kind of get that, and I think that's a very significant piece of this. Like, I don't know if they needed buy-in from that organization to include that or whatever, but I have to
in the
imagine
credits. The credits it says that they give them credit and say that they're not affiliated, like they
right
they're not affiliated with it or whatever. So
Yeah. So I thought the score was really good and created a lot of suspense and drama, but I don't think that this Vice news organization would add dramatic music to their shit like that.
Fuck these guys.
Ser-
Crockett and Tubbs should have showed up. That's advice I want.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Fucking crocodile on the boat.
And it probably,
Yeah.
if it, sorry, Tony, but if it
No,
was one thing real quick, if it was a big part of their congregation was former drug addicts and drunks, and people wanted to hide out from the modern world, I don't think, hi, we're from Vice magazine or Vice.com would be the one that like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking talk to you.
They found us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. A couple things really rankled me. The fact that they're running for their lives and turn up multiple opportunities to grab a fucking gun,
Yes.
a machine gun, a fucking pistol with only one shot fired out of it.
I think that's
father's gun.
I think that's a me and you talking and not like a
Bullshit. I mean, anybody in the world, if
You
they're running
think
for their
you
life.
think your mom would run up through the fucking field and pick up a who's he an AK and turn around and open fire?
My mom's Italian.
9 millimeter.
Yeah.
She might.
I don't know about
I think
that.
the average person, when they're trying to save their life and realize that they're in mortal peril, they're going to go looking for a weapon, whether it's the knife that mom had in the shack,
Yeah,
or
I thought
whatever,
that too.
or it's the freaking AK that the guy had all the time in the world to go grab. There's nobody after him when he passed the guy with the AK, or the gun in the father's whatever cabin, whatever. I just think it just felt so profoundly wrong to me that there was an opportunity to get something that you could defend yourself with, and you just kept walking. You fucking, like, people are shooting in this whole, like, whatever field, this whole, what do you call it, like, compound area, and yet you don't grab something to defend yourself with. That just felt super duper lazy to me. That just felt like a very easy, a very lazy way to keep them in peril when they really probably didn't need to be. So that rankled me a little bit. I think a lot of the scenes where they were grabbing footage, especially with the Caroline character, and even when she set it up with like in the cabin and she was with her brother and stuff like that, it felt really cheap. It felt like someone was directing them instead of that it was just unfolding before you, and I think for a movie like this where it's already so far in the direction of having to suspend disbelief for the fact that this even came together in a cohesive way, I think that those scenes that are cleverly composed, the framing is exactly right and everything, it just really takes the teeth right out of it. I think something like this needs to be much more raw, like where the framing is bad and tilting a camera doesn't work. That just simply, that's another lazy thing. Like, I like the scene where the guys originally got clobbered and went down and the camera was sideways and father makes his, first appearance on the scene or whatever. Or not his first appearance, but whatever, makes his, appearance on the scene with Caroline when he walks on sideways because the camera's sideways. I liked that, but everything else just felt really lazy. As a photographer and as someone who knows how difficult it is to actually frame or compose a picture in a way that works well, I look at these scenes and I'm just like, no fucking way. Like, no way that girl would walk into that cabin and frame that shot that way. She just wouldn't. You know what I mean? If for no other reason, then she never goes behind the camera to see how it's framed. She just puts it on the thing, and it's conveniently perfectly framed. So I just think this movie severely lacked the teeth that it needed to have the impact that it should have had. I think it should have been much more chaotic in the scene where the Kool Aid situation was going down. I don't think that there was any connection with the horrible thing that was supposed to be happening with that. If for no other reason than quite simply the people that were acting in that scene just weren't very good. Death scenes are notoriously difficult to act with any sort of impact. It's like one of those things where it either makes or breaks a scene, and you have like 50 people dying badly. You know what I mean? Just like you'll have like one or two that are just like, oh yeah, that's convincing, that's impactful. But for the most part, it just looked badly acted. It just looked like a bunch of extras with like foam capsules in their mouth. It didn't look like those people were dying or dead to me. So that I think was the punchline of the whole movie, is that your stomach was supposed to get worked up in that scene, and you were supposed to be just horrified by the like terrible like humanity of it, and it just had no impact at all. It's just like, oh yeah, now this is happening, obviously. I just don't think it worked. Like if this did something like the scene in Red State, right, where they had the guys wrapped up in the saran wrap and they shoot him.
Yep.
That's a fucking impactful scene. That's a scene that you don't soon forget. The scene where everybody was drinking the Kool Aid and died was a total write-off in this movie. It was more impactful like when the guy was getting chased through the woods, and you're just like, oh shit, like they're right behind him. They're shooting at him. He's across the field. When something like that is more impactful than 50 people like dying from poison because someone convinced them to, something went seriously wrong with the movie. I mean, that's my opinion, is that was not a very impactful scene. Do you guys feel like that had the desired effect?
No, I hate to keep repeating you, I guess. It felt like a dramatic reenactment.
Yes, definitely. A poor, like, legitimately, like, a TV, like, Channel 56, like, afternoon, like, with, like, after game shows, like, dramatic reenactment. And, like, really not too far off the base from that. I mean, there was the Jim Jones, the father character, was well acted. He did his job very well for what he was given. I think that the two cameramen were more or less unrelatable and not sympathetic whatsoever. You didn't really give a shit, honestly. No. And I think it was very important that you had to give a shit. And about the brother too, like what happens to the brother and why it happens and the whole situation.
Yeah,
that should have been just gut-wrenching and just like unbelievably impactful. And again, it was just like, all right, well, that
wasn't clear.
It wasn't a very good scene. It wasn't good. I don't know how else to say it, but like he did that scene. He did that impact in House of the Devil. He knows how to do it, and yet it was a huge fail in that scene. The two most impactful scenes should have been the mass suicide and that scene in the cabin with the brother, and neither of them worked at all. I didn't think they worked at all. They happened. They were part of the plot. They were on film, and they went according to what the words on a page, but they just weren't impactful, and they needed to be for this movie to be good.
Now, one thing I want to ask is, just to talk about through the room here, is if this truly happened. Let's say a documentary crew did go capture this. Do you think they'd actually show death on, like, in the documentary? Like,
I think if it was a news organization, they would.
Okay, so the people dying and like the father, doing his thing, and the brother dying. Like, I mean,
back to the bath salt zombie.
Right.
I was actually shocked at what they showed there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In this organization, I think is much more raw than the average. It's
you're
not
probably
like,
right.
I don't think it's TV news. I think it's more like web and. You have to go looking for it.
I'm sort of speaking out of turn here because I really don't know a lot about it, but it's kind of my understanding. And a lot of people think one of the ways that the media kind of broke down the government was in like the Vietnam War, in the sense where they just showed it so starkly and so brutally at times, as opposed to like the the mini movie propaganda films of the wars past.
Mm-hmm.
It just was real. Like I think that if they think people will look at it, they'll put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's just a little blurb. I'm looking at diabolicmagazine.com.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little write-up about, it says, the Sacrament gets real with Vice branding.
And the paragraph here is, with the Sacrament, Ty West brought. They're talking. This is Eli Roth who is being quoted. With the Sacrament, Ty West brought me this idea. He was like, I want to do something docu-style with Vice magazine, but set in a Jonestown-like scenario where everything starts to unravel and you see it from the inside.
A Jonestown-like
yeah, I was going to say, it's exactly the Jonestown.
Right. And then Eli Roth says, oh, God, I want to see that. And I guess Ty West, it says he had already talked to Vice and got permission to brand it as a Vice movie, so that was really, really smart. So, I mean, sure, I can see on paper if somebody says, this is what I want to do. Like, that sounds like a kind of a cool idea, you know?
Well, that sounds like an Eli. It sounds like it could be an Eli Roth movie. And if this was an Eli Roth movie, probably would have been a little better.
This should have been the most gritty. All right, found footage films, right? Like, are a slippery slope because theoretically, they're the most punk rock things. They're presenting themselves as the most punk rock things in the world, right? But what they really are is, a filmmaker making a movie to be the most punk rock thing in the world. And I think where they work the best is when somebody is not so removed from those days of, like, not having permits and having to run with the camera and having to just get the shot and the setup fast and, like, kind of having to understand it. Where it works the worst is where this movie reminded me a lot of George Romero's The Document of the Dead in the sense where, like, that was my grampy trying to do something that was punk rock and cool. And he came out and said, at some point you have to have framed the scene and have the lights right. And it's like, no, Grampy, you don't. That just shows you don't get it. Ty West and this whole group of people doing this, and the people who fucking did VHS, which is pretty much the, like, torchbearer, in my opinion, for found footage right now. Like, this should have been the fucking most punk rock it is of punk rock, because these people are not so far removed from this. But this felt more like a filmmaker trying to do it than an actual.
Yeah.
And the granted had the constraints of, like, I guess positive if you want to look at constraints of, like, a professional film crew and stuff like that. But still, at some point, like, if you watch any news footage when, like, shit blows up, those guys aren't just marching through the Armageddon. They're running to not get hit by bullets or whatever else. And the camera didn't even move a lot while they were running. Like, it just was too good to be that cool.
Well, it was also too long to be news. You know what I mean? Like, if it was supposed to be like a they had it all captioned and everything. You know what I mean? It was a finished product that they were presenting. If this were a news product, then most of it would have been cut out. You know what I mean? Him running through the fucking woods would have been cut out, or it would have been narrated. It would have been like, and this is, I was chased by blah, blah, blah through like they would engage the guys that were still alive, and they would involve them in the exposition of the movie instead of showing every freaking grueling second of the whole situation.
All right, guys, let's jump to the verdict because we've been talking a long time about this movie. I'm sure we could go longer, but let's get the final verdict here, and then we can move on.
Trick or treat, baby.
I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right. Well, this has been kind of a heated review. We've been talking about the Sacrament. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to give the final verdict and let you folks know whether it was a trick or a treat and any final thoughts you have. Let's start with Dynamo.
Enter, stage left, a crash.
Oh, yeah! Trick!
Wow. All right. I guess that's me. I'm next. All right. So this is tough. I've been hemming and hawing. Is that what they say? The kids say
Hemming and hawing.
Thank you. I think Ty West is a very talented director, and I know we're big fans, and I think we hold him up to a higher standard than most other directors.
Than most other dramatic reenactment directors.
Yes, no. Just directors in general, because, I mean, Emmets for Miscarriage, if that was from someone we'd never heard of before, we probably wouldn't have destroyed it so much because we wouldn't care. But we like him as a director, and I think we care, and we want him to do awesome stuff because House of the Devil is a fucking incredible movie.
And the Innkeepers is too. Fuck you, Tiny.
No,
It's not incredible.
It's
It's
not.
a good.
great.
It's a good
It's
movie.
great.
The Hulk's
you know?
incredible.
the punchline of that whole movie was boo.
And the door closes.
So as I said before, I think for the most part I enjoyed a lot of parts of this film, but I think this is way beneath his talent level, and because of my my feelings about found footage films, this just was sort of like I was sort of lukewarm on it the second time. First time I liked it more. Like that's the interesting thing about seeing films more than once.
You were like a guy in a tauntaun, lukewarm.
Lukewarm, yeah.
Would you say you were drinking the Kool Aid?
I think I was, yeah. And I think for the viewer to buy into the conceit, the director can't be lazy, and I felt that this was a little lazy.
You know what this? Let me just interject, because I agree with you. I think what this movie significantly lacked, was creativity. Like that's what we want to see in a fucking movie is something creative and something new and fresh and exciting.
It's okay. So I'm actually gonna say this is a tepid treat. I'm still gonna say it's a treat. There because the movie itself wasn't that bad. It just was very by the numbers, and there was no surprises really. But there was some. But it was a well-made film. But as a Ty West film, like it's. I want to see a lot more from him, and like I think that's the thing is that we're fans of his, so we hold him to a higher standard, and I'd rather see, I want to see him do something. I'm not looking for House of the Devil 2, but just something a little bit more, I guess. So that's it for me. MZ.
Now, by the way, once a zero, you got cut off before, so you could talk as long as you want here. You don't have to cut it snort.
All right. Trick.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh man. Monster Zero. Do you need to lay down? You need to I don't know, get something off your chest here?
Nope.
With a psychiatrist's office here?
Nope.
Ravenshadow will smoke a cigarette? No, you won't.
No. Nope.
All right. Jeez. You guys suck getting him to shut up. I hate it. All right, Ravenshadow, go.
All right.
No, you're not lighting the smoke.
All right. I've not seen House of the Devil.
What?
It's on my queue.
Get on that immediately.
I've not loved all the Ty West movies we've reviewed, but I feel he's going to make a great fucking flick for me. And for the first 45 minutes, I thought this was that flick. So for the first 40, 45 minutes, treat all the way. However, we're still not there yet. And it just, like we've said for a fucking long time now, it's just all the things it could have been and what it was. Just fucking blue balls, man.
So,
Trepid trick.
Trepid trick?
Trepid trick.
Do you mean treat?
No, because it sucks because
right.
I fucking loved the first
All
part.
Right. So, trick.
Yeah.
All right, Tiny.
Sorry.
This was a lazily done, poorly executed, dramatic reenactment of the Jonestown Massacre. Trick. That's all I have to say about it.
Dynamite, did you say trick?
Yeah.
I'm the only treat, huh?
And I'm glad we kind of all had this conversation about it because it really kind of put it in a clearer light for me.
All right. So, sorry, Ty West. You probably won't come on for episode 100 now.
Right.
Treat.
You haven't heard our song we've prepared for him.
Oh, shit. Go for it.
Oh, no. No. Go ahead.
Can somebody give me a boom, boom, boom?
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, he do sanitano, le son cansano, Innkeepers mano this time west. Spooky babasita, mountain demon meta, Trigger Man 1997. Ty West, he's the best. Ty West, he's the best. Ty West, he's the best. A director and an actor, he's Ty West.
Bravo. I hope you heard that. That was the John West theme song, for those of you who don't know. All right, so that's going to do it. 1 treat, 4 tricks. So take that for what you will. Sorry, Ty West. We love you still. Next week, we are going to review... Dynamo, do you have your pants on or off?
Off. I'm sweating balls, though. Why is it so fucking hot in here?
I could turn the heat down. The heat off? No, I can arrange a little coolness.
Put the fans on.
Get the fans flowing. Next week, we're going to watch a film from Joon Ho Bong, who did The Host. Remember The Host?
Oh, Snoop. Yeah,
Yep.
it was like, what was that movie with that blonde?
What? The movie with the blonde. Are you seriously asking me this?
Yeah.
No, it was
Mighty Aphrodite.
Right.
Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like a giant grasshopper.
Mimic.
There you go. It was like...
Oh, that's good.
Did you have any idea what he was talking about?
No,
I really didn't.
Yes, you did, Tiny.
Wait, no, not Mimic. It was Species.
No, it was...
He's talking about Mimic.
I was Mimic.
Oh, Mimic.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Wait, Relic you're talking about.
No, Mimic.
The Relic.
Anyways, we're going to watch Snowpiercer with Chris Evans.
Snowpiercer?
Wasn't the Relic on my list?
That's the worst fucking movie name ever.
Bite your
Snowpiercer?
tongue.
Tiny, action, drama, sci-fi. That's all you need to know.
Bite your
No,
tongue.
I'm sure it's going to be great, but Snowpiercer?
Yeah, starring Prince Albert.
All right, next week we're going to watch Snowpiercer. We'll talk about it then. We've talked too much about the movie stuff.
He's Snowpiercer.
MZ, he's mad at us right now. You got a haircut, MZ.
Yep.
You look fucking fly.
You do look kind of fly. I gotta admit.
For
So
what
what happened? Tell the folks what happened to the hair. What'd you do?
Oh, well, I went on, it was yesterday, and I went in to get my hair
Relaxed.
straightened or relaxed. Yeah, I like to use the term relaxed. And, the lady just did my hair. You know, she put some chemical shit in it, and then she washed it, and it came out straight. It came out great. It came out the way I wanted it. You know, and now I can fuck around with it and do whatever I want with it, and nobody could talk shit about it.
But the thing is,
that that night and earlier today, it just started to curl up more and more again. So now they're gonna have to get so I spoke with her earlier today, and now she has to go out and buy some industrial strength ethnic hair straightener. You know, I get
for monsters specifically.
I guess so. I mean. They got to get this industrial strength shit. I think it's toxic, and I think there's like a
toxic Avenger on our hands.
I think there's like an octane rating on it too.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Octane baby.
So next Monday I'm going in. I mean, it's straight now, but that's only because I threw a lot of hair product in there.
Has a lovely lady run her hands through your hair yet?
No, not yet.
Why don't you do it, Dynamo?
It's pretty stiff. It's pretty stiff. Hold on.
This is going to be great radio.
Help!
What are you touching, Dynamo?
This is some soft.
It's awful stiff.
Some soft hair. It's even stiff. It's soft. It's good.
What are you talking about? His pubes?
It's supple.
So yeah, well, next week I'm going to take my soft and supple hair over to the lady. Her name is Donna.
Who
she's,
did she give you all the 411 on the Conjuring house?
Yes.
That was my favorite
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
episode
yeah.
of all time.
Yeah. And that's the woman. And
Is she a ghost?
No, she's not a ghost.
That'd be a good sitcom, though, huh? Ghost Barber, industrial
Ghost Barber.
strength, straighten.
Ghost barber.
Ghost barber. Ghost barbery.
So so we're gonna get some industrial strength ethnic hair straightener, and
Can we please record this on video?
Well, see, it was just the regular straightener, and she thought because my hair is, I asked her, is my hair more wavy or curly, and she goes, well, it's more wavy, but as it gets longer, it's going to be a little bit more curly, and she thought that the regular straightener would do it.
Yeah.
And it turns out that just isn't the case. So she's getting diving deep into the industrial strength ethnic hair straightener.
Can you see the commercial for that stuff?
Ethnic cleansing.
Look at this boomerang. Now it's a straight board.
Oh, man.
My double tap is the ethnic
Cleansing. Apartheid.
Apartheid spray.
Apartheid spray.
So hopefully by this time next week, the hair will be shooting out like this, and down. It'll look awesome.
You need to have Fabio hair. Ooh. You need to grow it out.
Can you picture me with Fabio
yes,
hair?
it'd be fucking
all the
amazing.
time.
Yeah, he does every night.
Yeah, I'm drawing that picture. Give me that pen.
I want video of you getting your hair done and Eye in the Sky by Alan Possum Project playing like what's happening.
CryptoCast.
Like in the
I
old
think I
Kerry,
could work that out.
in the old Kerry Von Erich videos.
Well, what I'm gonna, I am growing my hair long. It's not gonna grow. It's not gonna grow long. It's not gonna be like down to my ass crack long. It's only gonna be like past my ears long.
Like Paul London.
Yeah, kind of like a Eddie Vedder sort of thing going on.
What's it?
Jeez, don't do that.
Well, no, I don't. Well, I mean, just as far as length goes, but he's the only thing that comes to my mind when I think of that kind of hairstyle.
Whoa. What comes to your mind when you think of length? What?
Ooh. Hair length.
Eddie Van Helsing.
My hair will flow with the stranger like butterfly.
All right. Anything else, MZ?
No, that's it, man.
Well, you had 2 DVDs there. What are those?
Oh, well, they were in conjunction with what we were talking about today, but
Why didn't you bring them up?
Yeah, you want to do it quick?
all
We
right.
won't do a official double tap, but you can talk about.
Well, we were talking about the Sacrament today, so I thought I'd bring up a couple of my own DVDs that have to do with the communes and the dangers of communes. So I thought I would bring up
Cautionary tales.
Yeah, I would bring up Eaten Alive from Umberto Lenzi. There is a commune. Not a subplot. It is a major part of the plot about this girl
Umberto Lenzi.
who about this, and it's with Robert Kerman and Jenna Agron, and it is a cannibal movie, but it's all about this girl who goes to this commune, and Ivan Rasimov, I almost forgot, and it's all about this girl who goes to live in a commune out in a foreign country, and typical thing, sister goes over, tries to save her, and all sorts of weird shit goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very gory, very violent, and it's a great flick.
So you recommend that over
do.
Sacrament?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. One and another film that I have, which is more direct, I should say, with the Jonestown Massacre, is a film called Guyana, Crime of the Century, Cult of the Damned.
Guyana calling.
And
whoa.
You got it upside down, dude.
No, we don't.
No, it doesn't.
He doesn't? Oh, no, you
it
don't.
just shows
Okay.
backwards for us.
Oh, it's backwards. Okay.
Yeah.
And
You got it backwards.
you got it. And it's more direct with the Jonestown Massacre.
More direct than direct? I mean, this is pretty goddamn direct.
It is quite direct. It's not. Unfortunately, you won't see this DVD out there that often. This is a pretty rare copy, and but it is a very straightforward story about the Jonestown Massacre. It even has Yvonne DiCarlo in it. It's from the Munsters.
This was made like right after it happened too.
Yeah. So everything was fresh back in the day. It was directed by Rene Cardona Jr. And quite a powerful piece of cinema, I got to say. It is better than the Sacrament. I'll definitely say that.
It's better than Van Helsing.
And I guess since we're pointing out cult films, and I don't mean cult as in cult following. I mean films that involve cults. I would say definitely go check out VHS 2, right?
Yep.
I can't remember the name of that short, but it's the third one in, and it's directed by Gareth Evans, and it's fucking great.
It's good. And while we're also talking about found footage movies, I'm going to recommend super underrated, super unknown, and super logical in its in its devices of why we're seeing what we see and why this camera's rolling. My favorite found footage or mockumentary, I guess, would be more what this film was. Is a little ditty by the name of Slashers. It was put out a few years ago by Fangoria Films. It's about a Japanese game show. It's based in real life. Tiny and I were actually on the game show a few times.
Sure.
You go through the tunnels and like it's basically 4 big tough killers like Tiny and I, and like one like Michael Ravenshadow and some girls and people running through tunnels, mazes. It looks like a laser tag maze, but you have to survive. What was your
I think it translated to Mr. Fancy.
Yep, and mine was Coccolossus.
What does that translate to?
Huh? Just Coccolossus. It was be like, Coccolossus, Mr. Fonzie. You know, and they go around, and if you survive, you don't.
You win money.
Right.
Yep. All right.
And you don't die, which is a prize in and of itself.
Yeah, that's a good prize. Well, let's go to commercial break. So MZ,
I am dying. I don't know if I could do very much show. Does anybody, Raven, come here for a minute? Look at this. Give me this.
Well, we'll fix it.
I'm sweating balls, literally.
MZ, say goodbye to the folks.
Yeah, I'm out of here, and I'll see you next week with straight hair. Arrivederci, douchebag.
Unless you're on the podcast.
Do you love to dance? The big scary monster haunts at midnight is a collection of dark songs about sex, love, death, revenge, and the end of the world. Brought to you by the world's greatest monster hunting electroshock band, the Deadites. Available on iTunes, Google Music, Amazon, CD Baby, and all other digital distribution sites.
Dear Trick or Treat Radio listeners, this is Sir Isaac. Every week I'll leave a message specifically designed to make this podcast worth listening to. And every week I do, you don't. Why the fuck not? Mercy Roulette, Tom C and I can't do all the heavy lifting around here, so I've decided you're all gonna start leaving messages too. Especially you, Tim. Here's how it works. Step 1. Go to trickortreatradio.com. Step 2. Click on the microphone icon on the right. Step 3. Hit record and leave a message. Tell them what you think of the podcast. Recommend a movie to review or a comic to read. I don't care what you say, just as long as you do it like your life depends on it. And it does, Jennifer. It does. So what are you waiting for? Go to trickortreatradio.com and leave a message. Tell them Sir Isaac sent you. Do it today. And remember, Joseph, sooner or later, you have to fall asleep.
We have returned from break. At least I have. Are you there, Tiny, or are you...
I'm here.
Oh,
So
good.
here.
Thought you were going to be in the bathroom again. How, you wearing a colostomy bag?
I am dying.
It's getting better in here.
I need a colostomy soul.
See, MZ.
Jesus Christ, who's in the bathroom? Hey,
MZ
look.
was in the bathroom.
Hey, it's my other buddy. Sorry, I didn't know he was on the show. Hey, who's a handsome girl? Hey, who's a pretty girl? You don't like doggy hands, huh?
What? What the hell is going on? You don't like doggy hands?
I'm playing with the kitty cat.
Oh, man.
I am dying.
It's not that fucking bad, Jesus.
Well, I am fat, too, so those two things combined.
Did you eat 3 pounds of fruit today?
No, I did eat as much as was in half of this of dried raspberries, though.
Dried raspberries?
Yeah.
I'm looking at stills from Safe Haven, Gareth Evans
Oh,
thing
that's
in
it.
VHS.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this was so good. Some of the freaking scenes in this. Oh
Amazing.
my God, like really, truly immersive. Like, oh shit.
And it was surprising what happened. Like, that's not what you thought was going to happen, right?
No, and when it freaking went down, it was relentless.
Yeah, it went down.
Relentless, and you just like, fuck.
Yeah,
he was able to kind of fuck the found footage thing in a way too, because it didn't give you the opportunity to wear out its welcome, so you start thinking about it too much. You know?
Yeah,
I remember,
it got into it pretty quick.
I remember walking in the woods one time with some friends of ours, and a possum came out of the woods, right? And the two other people I was with froze like a fucking mythical beast had just like walked into the path. Okay? Now they wouldn't have filmed that fucking possum. Like, they were too scared to run away from the fucking possum. You can't tell me if a normal person, if Cloverfield is fucking marching through the village, that they're going to film that, let alone go back for their girlfriend.
Right, right.
You know, like, it's just like, it's too much. It like, if you think about it, like, you know, it's too much. Luckily, I feel like Cloverfield was entertaining enough, like, that I didn't think about it too much. It did enough things that it was neat, but, like, the reality is that, you know, people are afraid of animals, let alone fucking giant dinosaurs. Nobody's, like, gonna just sit and film them. Like, it's tough to do the found footage thing and have anything happen that, you know, would make somebody jump up and throw their camera.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, let's. We have a lot of feedback this week. We actually don't have any voicemails, but we have written feedback. So I want to get to that. Make sure we get it in.
It's me, Casey Kasem. I've been missing.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that?
I'm the voice of Robin and Shaggy.
Yes.
And now I'm gone.
So we heard from our boy Kevin Clark on the Fib.
Ooh.
I don't think anyone. I don't know. Anyone know Kevin?
He's on the Fib, right?
Why is your mic?
I know.
Why is your mic like that?
Why?
Do you understand how a mic stand works?
How a mic works?
Like
you
that?
don't. You don't do that. You grab the bass, Ravenshadow. No, not that bass. Grab. Jesus Christ. Is this for real? Hold on. Right there.
Yeah.
And then bend that down. Yes. Oh, there you go. You're fucking genius.
Oh,
See
shit.
that?
Now you're talking to the top of the mic.
Let's get down to it, boppers.
Now you have to adjust it better than that.
Well,
You don't like precariously have the mic hanging off of the stand so it's
Why?
about to fall.
No,
Because
it's
you're
not
gonna drop my mic and I'll
I'm not
fucking
gonna- don't
punch you
punch
in the
me.
gut.
Man,
I'll punch
it's
you in the stomach.
Why would you do that?
Plagiarize for people cooler than me. Ravenshadow could never sleep his way to the top. His alarm clock always wakes him up.
What?
All right.
What am I? Am I going to leave here pissed too? What the fuck?
Everyone is going to, I guess.
Yeah.
Once his ear was so angry his hair curled.
He wouldn't even hug me outside. He wouldn't.
He's pissed.
Well, between
All right.
your review and his review, we had 3/4 of a farm. So
Seriously.
All right.
I'm afraid we were baking him so bad that he's not going to come pork.
God damn it. All right. So Kevin on the Fib posts, I love the opening credits to Ty West's House of the Devil. They remind me of an ABC after-school special from the late 70s, and the rest of the movie is a total blast. I'm hoping The Sacrament is more like this and less like M is for Miscarriage.
Spoiler alert.
I know a Kevin Clark, but I don't think that's him.
Kevin is from, well, I won't say. I don't know if people are into me telling where they're from and
What's
stuff.
his
so
address?
1 Main Street.
Oh, shit.
Dallas, Texas. No, I don't know. So,
that is him.
So House of the Devil, we've already sort of talked about our love of that film. So, yeah, this was not that, Kevin. Sorry. Check it out, though. If you do get a chance to watch The Sacrament, let us know what you think. I would love to hear that. Kevin also posted, and he says, sure, the beginning of Here Comes the Devil was hotter than a summer barbecue, and I loved the hell out of Laura Caro. But that ending, that horrible ending, it really ruined the film for me. Until the last 10 minutes, though, I enjoyed the 70s-style atmosphere of the film. It reminded me of something Wes Craven would have shot after finishing The Hills Have Eyes. A wonderful sense of dread permeates the film, and a couple scenes ratchet up the gore to the extreme. The overwhelming problem is the director can't decide if the film's a psychological or supernatural horror film. It dabbles a bit in both, but what was needed was a pedal-to-the-metal approach in either direction. At least the women had sizzle. Oh, that opening scene. Totally superfluous, but absolutely hot. Ooh. So, cool, Kevin. Thanks for giving us your thoughts on Here Comes the Devil.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I think we pretty much, most of us pretty much agreed with this sentiment. So,
Here comes the devil.
Thanks for taking the time, and we look forward to seeing more, Kevin. So feel free to let us know what you think of the films.
Well, the whole time you were reading that, I was thinking of House of the Devil.
Oh, no, Here Comes the Devil.
I was like, what's the bad at the end of that movie?
No.
Oh.
So we also heard, this is we get an email. This is from the trickortreatradio.com site. So if anyone wants to send us email or voicemail, go to trickortreatradio.com.
Plenty.
Find links on there. And this is from Luan Tron. I hope I'm saying that correctly, Luan. But he says, cool films to check out is the subject. Hi, guys. I've been a long-time listener of your show, and you guys always manage to crack me up. So thank you for that. This is the first time that I've written you guys, and hopefully it won't be the last. I've enjoyed previous shows that you guys have done. Some of my favorite episodes are The Cat, Saving General Yang, a Serbian film, and Journey to the West, just to name a few. I have some film suggestions for you guys that I think you guys would like and would love to hear a future episode on some of these films. So Luan goes on to name a few films. He has Dream Home, Hong Kong horror from 2010. The Seventh Curse, 1986, crazy batshit Hong Kong horror, kind of like The Cat.
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I Saw the Devil, Korean horror thriller, 2010.
A+.
I haven't seen, actually.
Oh, man, get on that.
I know.
Get on that.
Is that something we should review, or is it sort of a given that we should have seen it?
I think Mars and I have said we love it so much that it's probably not worth reviewing.
Yeah. I'll check it out then. We have mentioned this, but we haven't reviewed it. Ip Man was a Hong Kong martial arts film from 2008. I loved it.
I've seen it.
Best one of that series, I thought.
They keep fucking cranking them out, though. I get confused.
Yeah, I think there's a third. Is there a fourth one now?
I don't know.
Did Ip Man have that scene at the end where the dude got is punched in the back of the head on the ground?
Man, I don't remember. I've seen it like 4 years ago.
There was one scene that it fucking hurt to watch. I don't know.
I don't remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Tiny or Dynamo? No. All right. And his final recommendation is Eastern Condors.
Nice. That's my joint
yeah.
right there.
He says, kick-ass 1987 Sammo Hung Vietnam War action.
That's the best one of the best deaths in film history.
Tiny, have you seen Eastern Condors?
It's fucking good right there.
No.
You have not?
I have not.
I'm pretty sure I saw it back in the day, back in the Starship
I watched
days.
it with you.
Yeah.
Remember the dude? Me, you, and Psycho Patrick watched it.
Yeah.
The dude had the stutter, and he jumped out of the airplane, and they said, when you say 3, just pull the parachute thing.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't find him, and they found him an hour later. His neck was broken. He goes, and they kind of poked him, and he went, 3.
I actually don't remember much about the movie. I wouldn't mind maybe doing that one, because I remember it being good from the little I remember.
I think, it was good.
So
some Fox Force 5 action in there.
Let's pick one of these soon, because maybe what we'll do is maybe June. June is going to be the month of our 100th episode. Maybe we can have What do you guys think of having some fans and listeners write in for some review films?
You never know.
I'm into it.
It is my birthday month, so maybe I'll defer to the listeners.
Yeah, the 3-for-all on May 31st is, in my opinion, a joint birthday party with Monster Zero and Johnny Wolfenstein
That's
and
right.
my special lady friend
MZ's birthday is a day before mine.
Jim Smith.
So maybe instead of fighting over who gets to pick the month, well, we know who would win that, but maybe we'll just have the listeners. No, maybe we'll do that because I think there's some great suggestions from Luan. So let's pick one of these from Luan, and we'll get some other people involved. So Luan, if there's one of these you really would like to see us review, let us know which one.
And also, Luan, if you could let us know what nationality your name is, because I think it's fucking awesome. I think it's a great name. I love it.
I'm not positive, and I hope this isn't. I hope I don't offend him, but I think it's Korean. So
is his last name Tran?
Yeah.
Tran.
Yep.
My assistant that you often hear me speak of, Sang, is Sang Tran. So
okay.
Maybe it's Vietnamese.
Maybe he'll let us know. Maybe he'll school us.
Yeah.
But anyways, I wrote him back and thanked him. I just wanted to make sure he was cool with us using his name on air.
Yeah.
And he was cool with that. He said, "Please go ahead. Feel free to use my name. And thank you for considering the list of films I've mentioned for future reviews. You guys, along with the GGTMC and Talk Without Rhythm Dudes, are the top 3 podcasts I listen to the most."
Wow. That's high praise.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Keep on kicking ass, and I'll be waiting with bated breath for the show's future episodes. Listener for life, Luan.
Nice. Wow. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Thank you so much, Luan. That was really cool of you to take the time and write that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll definitely pick one of those films. So if you have a preference as to which one, let us know. I think we're leaning towards maybe Eastern Condors. I don't know anything about Dream Home or The Seventh Curse.
Dream Home, I think, is on Insta right now.
Okay. And it doesn't have to be on Insta.
No, it just happens.
If it is, that's a little easier. But if not, we can.
Luan, if you give us a 5-star review too, we will review the movie that you pick,
That's
and
right.
you can make us do something embarrassing.
That's right.
So it'll be an all.
Yeah. So awesome, very cool. Thanks, Luan, and we look forward to hearing from you again.
You are the rain.
Oh my God! Please don't offend the man. Jeez. Actually, maybe he liked that. He listens. If he likes our show, he must like
him.
being offended. So
No, I love. Well, you want to be offended? It's my boy. Foolish game. So that's a good fucking jam right there, though.
yeah, it is. It really is.
You need to know I love you so. And that's all I know.
And I do it all again and again.
Does he say sham on there? Sham on.
Whoa.
Whoa, there was. Whoa. You know what I realized? And I'm sure that a million comedians have, like, fucking brought this up, but, like, at the end of Do You Love Pina Colada song, and it turns out they both answered, like, a personal...
you mean Steven Scarlatta?
Yeah,
song?
and they both answered a personal ad, and it's, like, his fucking girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that wouldn't go that way for real, right?
No, probably not. I don't think they would just end up chuckling it and laughing it off.
Are you Elena Bobbitt? And my cock's down the drain.
Wait, is that what that's about?
Yeah, at the end of it, like, she answers a fucking personal ad, and it's like his fucking girlfriend.
Oh, what if it was like some sexy role playing?
No.
No.
Like the Beastmaster?
No.
What?
It was like, you fucking, like, that would, he probably wrote it off to be cool, but she was probably like, you Hoppo-Mox looking motherfucker.
Yeah, that guy was not attractive.
No way.
Rupert Holmes? No.
That wasn't Rupert Holmes, that was Barry Manilow.
No. Don't challenge me on this.
I will. Sorry. Don't challenge. It's like when they challenged us about Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
It actually was Rupert Holmes. I saw him on what was it, American Bandstand?
That is not Rupert Halls. That is Barry Manilow.
Rupert Holmes.
That is not Rupert Holmes.
Let's put a wager on this before any phones come out.
No, I'm
before your phone comes out. Put a
Go on, wager.
I have seen
Wager.
Barry Manilow sing it.
Oh, put your phone down.
It's not Barry Manilow.
Put down
On
your mobile
Yacht
device.
Rock.
No, but he's got his phone in his hand, Tony. It's not going to work.
I know that. I see that.
It's not.
You know
gonna
you're
work.
on video, right?
I'm not. Listen.
He's doing show notes.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched
He's
one of my
not
wrestling
cheating.
matches? Do you think I actually tried to hide my cheating?
I guess he's just afraid. He doesn't want to.
I've seen him perform it live.
That's very
That's great.
impressive that
Yeah,
you saw
that's
him
great.
cover that song. I have in the background right now. I have Safe Haven streaming on Netflix just to kind of eyeball that again. It's so fucking good.
I don't know how to spell it, so I can't do it.
Rupert. Rupert.
No, how do you spell Colada?
Don't bother.
Colada?
Just look up the name Rupert, and I guarantee the first result on Bing will be the Pina Colada song.
Not ever.
Yeah,
It's actually called. Like I said, don't challenge me on this. It's called Escape (parentheses) the Pina Colada song. He was encouraged to call it the Pina Colada song.
No, I got Rupert Murdoch, the most powerful man in the world. I got Rupert Everett, the most handsome man. this side of the cemetery.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Have you seen? Have you guys seen him lately?
Oh God, the scene from Safe Haven where the guy first pulls out the blade on the dude sitting in the chair across from him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
What the hell's this dude's alleged last name?
Oh, Holmes, Holmes.
Elementary time, eh?
What else are we going to talk about besides how right I am about it?
I have something else to talk about. We might as well go do the trick or
You fucker.
moment.
It's not fair.
See, he lost. That's why he
It's
didn't
not
want to
fair.
bet. He didn't want to make a wager because he lost.
I double tap Yacht Rock.
Yacht Rock?
Are we doing double taps?
No,
we don't really have time.
No, we don't have time, but I highly recommend you check that out.
Yacht Rock on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. All right, so let's do the trick or tweet moment. We have 3 tweets from Pantaphobe.
Oh, nice.
Pantaphobe says, "Hey, could I be a parasite and ask if you could promote this Kickstarter for me?" So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
sure. I mean,
Yeah. We'll be a symbiote.
She goes on to say, there are some horror cult movie legends involved, and me, that you all might know and want to help.
Is she dressed?
And she says, if you want me to write in a Trick or Treat Radio iTunes review first, I totally will. She hasn't yet.
You haven't? Can you do that? But we will do this.
We will
anyway.
do it now.
Yeah.
But that's the penance, right?
But no. We'll still do something crazy. But what is she waiting for?
I don't know.
Panophobe is Foxy, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
No ifs, ands, but not Mike Ledger Foxy.
Mike Ledger Foxy. All right,
George
so
Perez.
let's go to the Kickstarter page here. The Ungovernable Force Punksploitation feature film. So let's see. This is the very first line that you get in Kickstarter. The very right underneath the video is punk is a force to be reckoned with in the ungovernable force. A grindhouse film where punks and bums unite against fastest cops. Sold.
That's a fucking movie
That's a
right
fucking
there.
movie, yep.
Called the 82.
Let me see which legends are involved in this, and so they're asking for 12,000, and they have 1,000, $23 so far of their goal. They have 15 backers. I think it just went live. It goes till June 16th, so you got 34 more days to go if you are interested. Let's see here. We have starring Jake Vaughn, Bob Sergey, Aurora Grabble. That sounds like someone we know. Tony Moran, Debbie Rochon, Lloyd Kaufman. Dynamo's like, all right, enough fun to get.
I'll fund it for you, Pantaphobe.
Bill Weed and Apache Ramos.
Yes.
Steve Ignorant, Merle Allen, Mike McCarthy, Nathan Johnson, John.
I'm glad Apache Ramos is getting some work because, since
Electro.
since him and Black Vulcan left the Super Friends.
Oh man.
I'm a samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Kazinio ni Hayaku.
That was the best part of the Young Justice cartoon when they did the Runaways and all that they were those. There was Apache Chief and Vulcan and
Nice.
it was good.
So it looks like they got some cool rewards here. If you pay $10 or more, you can get a thank you in the credits. It goes all the way up to if you pledge $2,000 or more, you get a speaking role in a scene with Tony Moran. He was the original
Nice.
Mike Myers from Halloween. So
That's cool.
cool. If you want to pony up the $2,000, there you go. So go ahead and check it out. It's the Ungovernable Force Punksploitation feature film. So if you just do a search for that on Kickstarter, I'm sure you'll find it there. I haven't watched the video yet, but we'll watch it after we're off the air. One other thing, speaking of Kickstarter, I would like to bring up Tiny
Sounds like the Deadites are going to be at least have a couple songs on a video game coming up soon, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So some friends are doing a game called Rudo Resurrection, which teams up with Chikara. We like them, right, Dynamo?
Yeah, I love Chikara.
Yeah. So this is going to be a fun game. So go ahead and it's not live yet, but they're going to be live on Kickstarter very, very shortly, from what we understand. So the music featured in the video was a composition by Tiny. It's very, very cool, called 10 to Launch. And that'll be featured in the video. So we'll pimp that a little bit more, but keep an eye out for that. It may even be live on Friday when this episode launches. So go if you like side-scrolling beat-em-up games and you like Chikara and you like the Deadites, go ahead and search for Rudo Resurrection and donate lots of money. You'll get cool stuff. I guarantee. All right, well that's it for the trick or tweet moment. Dynamo, do you have anything else you want to bring up here?
Saturday night, May 31st, the Lucky Dog Music Hall, the original Technicolor Gorgasm, returns to be part of one of the biggest shows that stage has ever seen since the days the Rolling Stones, Living Colour, and Yes Folks Korn rocked the Lucky Dog Music Hall stage. You will have us, the Deadites, the Dead, the Rad, the Funky, the Sexy, the Beautiful,
funky
the
like
Wonderful.
Funky like a monkey, but never a junkie.
Yep. You will have, in my opinion, if easily the most underrated band of all time. There are probably, you hear a lot of stories of why didn't these guys break out? Why didn't this happen? It is mystifying to me that these guys are not a household name, and I heard 2 different Coldplay songs in the grocery store today. The Curtain Society are returning to the stage. They are our brothers, our friends, and our heroes. They motivated us in good ways and bad ways over the years, and it is fucking amazing to share the stage with them, especially since guitar player Roger LaValle has had such a huge hand in the Deadites and the Deadite sound over the past 7 or 8 years. So that's going to be amazing. Now how much would you pay? Don't answer yet, because straight from the time stream comes the Sexy Teal. They're going to be playing a bunch of stuff off their new album. I suspect they might have a Depeche Mode cover song to play. Speaking of Depeche Mode cover songs, we'll get back to that in a second. And that's good. Now how much would you pay? But if you get there early, at 8:30 p.m., Beaver McD versus Captain Insidious will play an early bird set for everybody. Get down. It's going to be great. Is that all? No. That's not even all.
No.
It's not just called the 3-for-all because of 3 headlining bands. It's not just called the 3-for-all because Beaver McD versus Captain Insidious has 3 guys in it. That's right. You heard me, 3 guys.
Whoa, what?
Okay. No, it's okay. I know their manager. It's called the 3-for-all because I have one of the sexiest hosts of all time.
Oh, it's our very own.
And 2 of the biggest nerds.
Okay.
Hosting the show, giving you play-by-play, doing backstage interviews. It's going to be sexy. It's going to be awesome. It is Michael Ravenshadow. Woo! It is the Rev, my buddy.
Ooh.
It is Myra Dynamo Mars live on stage. It's going to be phenomenal. You guys are not going to want to miss this show. Our hosts, 2/3 of our hosts are a headlining band. There's pictures on the fit board right now of me and Miss M's children, so maybe they'll be there.
What is this? I didn't see this one.
Right, okay, yeah.
That's what Oracle put. That's Dynamo.
All right, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I talked to Miss M today. She says hi to everybody out in Trick or Treat Radio Land. She'll be back on soon because she has some stuff to talk about before the show in regards to some other prizes that were won in her Boston Marathon raffle.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
She wanted to save them do that drawing closer to the show. So, as you all know, this summer we are going to be part of a Depeche Mode tribute record. Me, Wolfie, and Oracle drove down to the Palacious Watts Estates this weekend, and we recorded that track. And let me tell you, it was a phenomenal in-studio situation. As somebody who, I don't even like being in the studio when I am performing. Maybe I like it less than. But this was great. This was to watch a master work. D-Watt is going to make the Deadites even better, if you can believe that. And he might even make me tolerable to listen to. So, not on the podcast, on the record. But, yeah, I thought it was a great experience. How would you say, Wolfie?
Yeah. I mean, obviously I've worked with D-Watt in the past, and, I know what kind of a wizard he is in the studio, so I'm glad that you guys got a chance to see the wizard work his magic, so to speak.
It was great. It was great. This is, if you go to Tumblr, there's a small amount of bootleg video that I put of how excited we all are when Oracle found her voice in this particular jam. So
yeah,
have I been calling her Oracle, or was I calling her something else?
I don't know. I thought you said Oracle.
I hope so. I fear I might have called her by her big kid name. But anyway, it was good. It was I'm very excited.
You're coughing, so you're so excited.
I shouldn't have drank that red stuff there. But at any rate, we have a huge year of video games, compilations, Tumblr, and that's just scratching the barrel. And we don't want to scratch that barrel too hard because the lightning will come out. But not to mix my metaphors.
Yeah.
But anyway, are you guys excited? I'm excited. It's a great time to be a Deadite. I hope that the people in the chat room right now and the people who are listening, I hope it's a good time to be a friend of ours, a friend of the Deadites, because I really consider you all friends. I hate the F word unless it's the other F word, unless Ravenshadow's vibing with Hot Pockets. So what? But I'm gonna call out. I can't say thank you to everybody, but I would like to thank. We were talking about today. I'd like to thank the sexy librarian because I can't think of too many other people that don't work for us by now that have been there since day one, pretty much, or very early on, before we even knew her. So thank you so much. Your support and your boobs and your love for us means so much to me. And I would like to thank Mike Ledger for being mean to me every day. That's why I get out of bed on most days.
And we have a guest in studio.
Oh, what the hell is that?
You know who's fucking
that dude?
You know who's fucking cool? Rocky's fucking cool.
Yeah, Rocky's the best.
Yeah,
hold that dog up to the video camera for a second.
I don't know if you'll like that.
Patrick,
I'll let you pick him up.
He's
we got so many cool friends out there that really it makes fucking a rock show.
He's trying to get. We have the awesome Ozzy in studio right now.
He's
right in front of the mic.
He's having a date with the microphone right now. Sexy librarian, take notes.
She's not. She's been gone for like 2 hours.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you should have told me. Well, fuck that bitch. Who else is there I could say nice things about? If there's anybody there, that'll send me a topless picture because I say nice things about him.
We're all set, Rock. We're all good. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, Rocky, please.
We appreciate the enthusiasm. But
there, can you see, Tiny?
Yeah, that's a cute dog.
Yeah, it is. So we're being very uncharacteristically quiet right now.
Yeah.
Could be a trap.
Yeah.
Could be. All right, so that stuff's going on. Is there anything else we're missing? I think that's pretty much it.
Is that one of the chupacabras?
No, Ozzy. Ozzy, the dog, tells me that he likes me every time I see him. I said, "Do you like me, Ozzy?" And he says, "Yep." And he says about 150 times in a row.
He must really like you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tiny, did you get any new synths this week?
No, I'm trying to put that on hold. I don't think I did anyway.
I think you were putting it on hold
let me look around.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You still need help wiring that all up?
No, it's coming together. It's
Okay,
coming
good.
together.
Hey, I won't say his name, but I had dinner with Roger in your synth tech.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Over the weekend.
You can say his name. I think.
Yeah, you've mentioned him.
It's secret.
Dave?
Secret.
You outed him.
Yeah,
he's
there's not too many Dave Smiths in this world, so.
That's funny. I'm hoping that May 31st comes and we're gonna be just at a point talking about something, and all of a sudden one of them is gonna look up with wide eyes and it's gonna be like, Jim, Dave, it's my brother.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other. You like keyboards? we had a really good talk because he also is into refurbishing cabinet video games. I unfortunately am into, not by choice, but I'm certainly into it. But yeah, he's a great guy, and I got to hang out with him and Raj and Ethan McGlue for bits. It was really a good weekend, especially since I was supposed to be at my other job.
That's good.
Yeah,
all the better.
Got to record with D. Watt.
Yeah, it's great.
Oracle. Mm-hmm. So when might we hear that Depeche Mode song, Dynamo?
I don't know when we'll hear it, but
oh well, I mean the folks.
Yeah, to give some people, not us even, a little bit of breathing room, but we certainly took advantage of it. And to get a couple acts on that just wanted to do it but weren't going to be able to do it, we pushed it up a cunt hair, as my grandpa would say. But
oh my god!
But yeah. So
your grandpa would really say that?
It'll be late June, early July.
That definitely caught me
What's
unaware.
what's real cool about putting out things digitally is that if we get them all tomorrow, we're going to put it out. We've decided who's on it, and now there is an absolute positive latest that you can get it to
right.
Jim Smith and Synth Records, and that's one. But I know. For instance, my new friends at Color Cult are done. I've heard a little bit of that. I know Beaver McD is done, but I think I'm gonna maybe go turn some of the wheels of steel myself and bang some of those, because they're so lo-fi, and I don't want them to get overwhelmed by the fact that we just were in the studio with the guy that won a BAFTA. So,
right.
But their actual, I will tell you this, their actual song, though their approach of it was simple, is one of the coolest covers that I've heard.
Cool.
The way they set it up.
What was their song?
They did A Question at a Time.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And they did it hip hoppy in the fact that there's samples, but there's a ton of additional synth and stuff like that. It's just
cool. What'd you do, Dynamo?
What?
Did you move them, or were they like that?
No, they were like that.
Poor Saint Tequilas.
Yeah. What's the caption say?
It says, meanwhile, the Vertigo theme porn. Yeah. Trick.
But yeah, so that's awesome. So when we get that going the way we want it to, because those guys are fucking cool, and they're really underrated in their delivery. Reminds me of another couple guys I know many moons ago. So that's gonna be great. I'm really jacked for that. So I would say definitely late June, early July. But if Jimmy gets it all tomorrow, it'll be out tomorrow.
Did you say Jimmy?
Jimmy. That's what we took it's Jimmy and Mikey when we're talking business.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, that's good.
When he and I have a Deadites Inc. SYS Inc. meeting, we put on big mogul glasses and chomp on cigars.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I like that. Yeah.
All right, we can end this episode.
It's not like Jack fucking Ketchum or Michael Ravenshadow is doing anything they're supposed to.
Hey.
True.
Where is Jack Ketchum?
I do not know.
Those aren't even real people.
I got a chill when you said like when somebody's like, oh,
no,
where's my kid?
That's the air conditioner I turned on.
Where's my kid? And for a second I was like, I don't really know where Jack Ketchum is, and the reality is he could just wander away.
Oh shit.
Hopefully he didn't wander in front of anything that moves fast and is heavy.
Dear God, no!
We'll get in, so we'll get in the show.
Okay.
Now.
See you later, guys. Bye.
You can't do it like that.
Oh, sorry. Arrivederci, douchebags.
The folks expect a certain quality.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yes, and that's it. Meanwhile, at the cult, people are drinking Kool Aid.
That's a nice sound. That's a new sound.
That's nice. Keep doing that, Donnie. Do it again. Do it again. That's nice. Meanwhile,
enter stage left. A crash.
Oh, yeah. Remember, children, wherever you go, there you are.
Oh, we're getting a jam. I like it.
I think my 101's out of tune a little bit.
All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in to episode 94 of Trick or Treat Radio. We will see you folks next week.